highschoolfootballalabama.com. The Big 95 WHMA and 97.5 FM are proud to be the home of the High School Football Alabama Scoreboard with John Holder, presented by the City of Oxford.
The High School Football Alabama Scoreboard is also brought to you by Young Oil Company Grub Marts, Farmers and Merchants Bank, Regional Medical Center, Anniston Orthopedics Associates, Keller Williams Real Estate Agent Amber Cotton, Pee Wee Turner Motors, Noble Bank and Trust, Oxford Lumber Company, Dad's Barbecue and Top of the River, the Calhoun County Commission, and Triple T Turf.
The High School Football Alabama Scoreboard with John Holder, presented by the City of Oxford on 97.5 FM, the Big 95 WHMA, and highschoolfootballalabama.com.
It is another Football Friday night. This is the High School Football Alabama Scoreboard presented by the City of Oxford. Week number 5 of the high school football season. John Holder, our entire hardworking High School Football Alabama team with you all the way for the next 2 hours plus. We will be with you until midnight tonight. We got all the scores, special guests, some highlights for you tonight. We've got region rundown, the updated region standings, team of the week, that announcement coming up, player of the week, muscle team, all of that, assistant coach of the week, all of that is coming up right here on the High School Football Alabama Scoreboard. Looking forward to having you with us on this Football Friday night all the way until 12 midnight. We are in the High School Football Alabama Media Center, the RMC Media Center here at Parker Memorial Baptist Church, Midtown Anniston on Quintard, and we're with you all the way until 12 midnight tonight. Let's catch you up on all the final scores. Weather was not a factor tonight for the most part across the great state of Alabama, so all of these games now are beginning to become final. So let's jump right now to our Oxford Lumber and Ace Hardware scoreboard and get you up to date on all the final scores. This game, folks, was 63-6 at halftime. Piedmont has now won 15 straight against the Weaver Bearcats tonight at the Field of Champions in Piedmont. Number 2, Piedmont literally cruising in the second half as they beat Weaver tonight 70-13. A game that our crew was at tonight, and you'll see highlights of this game. Cherokee County playing at White Plains. Cherokee County, our City of Oxford team of the week from last week, had a great time up in center yesterday, and they got off to a bit of a slow start, led 13-0 at halftime, but then blowing out White Plains in the second half, winning it 40-0 over the White Plains Wildcats. Highlights of that game coming from Robertson Field at White Plains. Woodland and Donahoe. This is a game being played over at Sewell Field at Woodland. Should be close to being over, not over as of yet. Still a couple of minutes to go in the game. Woodland leading Donahoe 43-14 late in the game. Looks like Woodland is going to pick up a region win. Donahoe will take a region loss as Woodland leads it 43-14 late in the game. Big win for the Oxford Yellow Jackets. A crucial win in Class 6A Region 7 tonight at Lamar Field in Oxford. Oxford beating Pell City 35-10. They had Sam Robertson back, their starting quarterback tonight. We'll hear about that game. High school football analyst Coach Michael Short will join us live on the set. He was at that game tonight, and we'll talk about Oxford's big win. They really needed this to keep in contention for a playoff berth as they beat rival Pell City tonight 35-10. Walter Welborn, no problem with Pleasant Valley. First win of the year for Welborn. On the hill tonight, they beat the Raiders. They led it 50-0 at halftime. And 57-14, Walter Welborn over Pleasant Valley. We will be joined by the head coach of the Walter Welborn Panthers. Coach Jeff Smith joins us live right here on the Scoreboard show tonight as we'll be talking Welborn football and talk about Welborn's first win of 2021. Also tonight, a huge game being played on the Creek Bank at Ohatchee. This game going to have a big factor in who is going to be at home and who's going to be on the road, I think, in the playoffs once we get to that in November out of Class 3A Region 5. Sachs beating Ohatchee 16-7. Ohatchee without their head coach. Scott Martin placed on administrative leave for this game. So Sachs goes in. They win on the Creek Bank at Ohatchee by a score of 16-7. Only the third visit ever by sacks to the Creek Bank, and they win it tonight. A huge win for Jonathan Miller and the Wildcats. The game you heard right here tonight on the Big 95. Number 6 Alexandria taking their longest road trip of the year over to the northwest corner of Jefferson County. They beat the Corner Yellow Jackets tonight. Due the Valley Cubs 51-15. Alexandria, number 6 in 5A, undefeated. They continue to roll tonight. Jacksonville, the Golden Eagles, an impressive win as they win at Munford tonight. Jacksonville 35, Munford 12, the final score. Tuscaloosa Christian coming into JCA tonight at Tommy Miller Field, and it was Tuscaloosa Christian beating JCA 48-20, the final score from Jacksonville. Huge game, a battle of undefeateds. We had 8 games in the state of Alabama tonight involving undefeateds matching up with each other. This was one of those games. Number 1 Handley taking on undefeated Cleveland County at Rye Field in Roanoke. Number 1 and defending state champion Handley beating Cleveland County tonight, handing the Tigers their first loss in this battle of Tigers. Handley 26, Cleveland County 7 tonight. That's the final from down in Roanoke. B.B. Comer and Ranburn. This is a game that's going to go, again, a long way in deciding home field advantage in the playoffs out of Class 2A Region 4. And B.B. Comer beating Ranburn tonight 55-28. Ranburn's first visit to Legion Stadium down in Sylacauga. B.B. Comer's got a great football team, maybe the most underrated team in 2A in the state. They beat Ranburn tonight handily 55-28. Horseshoe Bend and Randolph County still looking for a score on that game being played tonight at Battle Stadium down at Newside, another key game in Class 2A Region 4. Also tonight, this game just coming in, maybe the region championship game out of Class 1A Region 5. Wadley goes into Winterboro. They beat the Bulldogs tonight in a battle of Bulldogs as Wadley wins it 43-22 tonight, as Wadley, number 10 in the state now in Class 1A, remains undefeated at 5-0. Central of Clay County, the Vols getting ready for that huge showdown next week. They will be matched up with number 2 Pleasant Grove at Pleasant Grove. Number 2 versus number 3. Battle of undefeateds next week in Pleasant Grove. They had to get past Beauregard first. Central Clay County did that tonight down at Volunteer Stadium as the Vols beat Beauregard 35-0 to remain undefeated at 5-0. Fayetteville and Vincent tonight still looking for a score in that game. Class 2A Region 4 action from Farmlinks Field in Fayetteville. Childersburg and Dadeville tonight playing at John Cox Stadium in Childersburg. Victory and Talladega County Central playing tonight. That game being played at Victory Christian over in Pell City. Still looking for a matchup or I should say a final score in that game from Class 1A Region 5. Holtville and Talladega. Talladega making the trip down to Elmore County to take on the Bulldogs. Still looking for a final on that one. St. Clair County and Lincoln playing over in Odenville tonight in 5A Region 6 action. Still looking for a final there. Moody and Centerpoint not final, but in the second half, Centerpoint was leading Moody 27-11. So Centerpoint looks like they're on the way to handing Moody their second loss of the year. This one came down to the very end. Going to be hard-pressed to find a better ending in the state tonight out of Class 6A Region 7. Springville on the road at Scottsboro at Trammell Stadium. It came down to the last play of the game. Springville kicks a 38-yard field goal as time expired, and they escaped Scottsboro with a huge Class 6A Region 7 win over the Wildcats 24-21. This was the Farmer Bowl. Let me explain this. Raymond Farmer, former Etowah legendary head coach, former Asheville legendary head coach, also coached at Donahoe and at Coosa Christian. Well, Etowah and Asheville honored the former head coach of both schools tonight down at Ken Logan Stadium in Asheville. And they also had a trophy called the Farmer Bowl Trophy. This was the Farmer Bowl tonight. It was all about Raymond Farmer, and it was also all about the Etowah Blue Devils as Etowah shuts out Asheville tonight 28-0 in the Farmer Bowl. Sandrock and Southeastern. This game in the second half, a close game. This has been back and forth up at the Rock. Number 7 Sandrock in the fourth quarter, leading Southeastern 21-18. Should have a final coming on that game. Another game that's been pretty wild tonight at Valley Head in Class 1A Region 7. It was Valley Head leading Galesville 45-36 in the fourth quarter. Should have a final on that one. Tryon, Georgia. This is a much bigger school than Cedar Bluff. playing over at Tryon. The Bulldogs tonight having no problem with the Cedar Bluff Tigers, handing Cedar Bluff their second loss. Tryon wins it 49-0. Bit of an upset tonight. Not really an upset in my book, but this will send some shockwaves around the state in Class 2A. Spring Garden goes to Dixon Stadium in Cleveland, but the Cleveland Panthers win the game over number 3 in 2A Spring Garden tonight, handing the Panthers their first loss. Cleveland 20, Spring Garden 13. Also, West End tonight, a win over the Gaston Bulldogs, 53-8 out at West End. Also tonight, it was Hoax Bluff beating Glencoe 48-0. We'll give you that score at West End. That is a final, beating Gaston 53-8. Hoax Bluff beat Glencoe 48-0 tonight. Those two teams have played every year since 1944. 77 consecutive meetings between Hoax Bluff and Glencoe. Hoax Bluff wins at Wilson Darno Stadium in Glencoe tonight, 48-0. Huge game. Maybe the region championship game out of Class 6A Region 7 at Barney Hood Stadium in Southside. Lee Osment has the Arab Knights in terrific shape to possibly win a region title, as Arab goes into Southside tonight and they beat the Crimson Panthers 24-7. Westbrook Christian needed a win. They lost a couple of games in a row. They needed a region win, and they got it at Locust Fort tonight. Westbrook Christian beating the Hornets on the road 41-13. Coosa Christian and Appalachian. This was a wild game. Second half, Appalachian leading Coosa 25-22. Still looking for a final. This game has been going literally back and forth all night long over in Gadsden. Spain Park in Gadsden City. This is a final. Gadsden City was down 17-0 in the first half of this game, and the Titans outscore Spain Park 29-9 the rest of the way, and Gadsden City beat Spain Park tonight. Huge win for Ollie Smith and the Titans in Hoover tonight over Spain Park, 29-26. Sardis and Boaz tonight. Boaz in the 70th meeting between the Pirates and the Lions. They go into the Lions Den at Sardis tonight, and Boaz wins over Sardis 28-0. Statewide games tonight. Number 4 Maplesville, a very impressive win to say the least. They not only go into Lochapoka, but they beat the number 6 Indians 49-0 in a top 10 matchup in Class 1A. Ariton and GW Long. Ariton gets the win 27-21 over GW Long. Those two schools are about 10 miles apart and huge rivals. Ariton wins the game 27-21 tonight at home as they win the game at Zumstein Stadium in Ariton. American Christian in Bibb County. Huge game in West Alabama. American Christian 34 and Bibb County 12 is the final from Tuscaloosa. Top 10 matchup in Class 4A. Thompson and Hewitt-Trussville. This game, Hewitt-Trussville was up in this game. I believe the last score we had was 35-0. Thompson was leading Hewitt-Trussville. We should have a final in that game. But Thompson having their way tonight with number 4 Hewitt-Trussville down in Alabaster. Oak Mountain and Hoover tonight. Hoover beats Oak Mountain. That game was played over at Herdmont Park at Oak Mountain. Hoover wins the game to remain undefeated, 5-0, number 2 in the state in 7A, as Hoover wins the game 28-21 over Oak Mountain. And the final game we'll have for you tonight, a huge top 10 matchup in Enterprise. Two really good football teams. Central of Phoenix City and Patrick Nix, they go into Enterprise. They beat the Wildcats tonight. 36-27 was the final score in that game, and we do have a final now on Woodland and Donahoe. Woodland has beaten Donahoe 50-27. We'll have that for you on a graphic in just a moment, but Woodland did beat Donahoe tonight. That is now a final by a score of 50-27. As we bring it back to the desk here, let's talk about one of our fine sponsors, the folks at the Noble Bank and Trust. Noble Bank and Trust, let me just tell you something, folks. If you really like a great checking account, if you're looking for just cash back, pretty much plain and simple, if you're looking for the ATM fees to be waived, if you're looking for personal banking, you're looking for all of those items from the folks at Noble Bank and Trust, they have it. No tricks, no gimmicky names. Free accounts, pay you cash back, unlimited transactions, fraud protection. If that sounds good to you, go to noblebank.com. Learn more about the Noble Cash Back account. Welcome to personal banking. Welcome to Noble Bank and Trust. NobleBank.com, member FDIC. Noble Bank, of course, bringing you our post-game presser. And we're going to have a lot of folks in our post-game presser tonight. We've got high school football analyst Michael Short joining us live. Etowah County Area Director for FCA, Brian Mintz, joins us live. And we'll also be joined by the head coach of the Walter Wellborn Panthers, Jeff Smith. All of those coming up tonight during our Noble Bank and Trust post-game presser segments. That and a whole lot more. We're with you for the next 2 hours here tonight, streaming live on Facebook. Also, we're streaming live on YouTube. We're going to show you all the ways that you can catch up with us on social media. You can go to our website. We have updated information throughout the week at highschoolfootballalabama.com. Also, great information throughout the week. You want to see some of the advanced winners, team of the week, pictures, some of our great awards that we give out, go to Facebook, YouTube. You can watch our show live on Facebook. Hey, tell everyone to follow us, to like us, to share us, to subscribe to us on YouTube. Great ways to watch the program. And of course, listening on the Big 95, 95.3 every Friday night. Also 97.5 in Gadsden, our radio partners, as they bring you Alexandria football on the Big 95 and Gadsden City football on 97.5, and then bringing you the high school football Alabama scoreboard presented by the City of Oxford right here every Friday night. All kinds of ways to watch and listen to the high school football Alabama scoreboard. When we come back, we will update you on final scores and a whole lot more. Special guests. We're going to cover high school football like no one else in East Alabama can do as we continue with the high school football Alabama scoreboard presented by the City of Oxford.
Welcome to the award-winning Choccolocco Park in Oxford, Alabama. We believe Choccolocco Park is the place to be, and our fans agree, describing the park as breathtaking, professional, and fun for all. With plenty of parking, restrooms, concessions, and a top-notch staff, we are confident your experience will be second to none. Join us today at Choccolocco Park.
Your neighborhood Grub Mart is your one-stop shop for everything you need when you're on the go. Grub Mart features the best prices on Coke and Pepsi products and is the home to the 99-cent bag of ice every day. And Grub Mart is your exclusive home for the popcorn bucket. Purchase yours for only $5.99, then bring it for free refills throughout the year. And save every day with your Grub Mart Super Saver card. When you're on the go, it's good to know Grub Mart has everything you need. Gas, diesel, and delicious Oleo donuts. In business over 78 years, visit your local Grub Mart today.
In Alabama, school spirit is in the air on Friday nights. At Farmers and Merchants Bank, we're giving our customers the opportunity to show their school spirit every day with our new Spirit debit card. We've designed a unique card for every Calhoun County school that includes the school's logo. So every time you use the card, you're showing your school spirit. Come in and get your school spirit debit card today. We've got spirit at F&M Bank. Service, solutions, and strength. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
There's a lot to think about when you're having a baby. Colors of the nursery, names, and most importantly, where to deliver.
We want a hospital that gives families a more personalized birthing experience.
With a compassionate team of doctors and nurses, and a hospital where my baby and I can instantly bond with all the comforts of home.
So where do we find all that?
Right here at RMC, the first designated baby-friendly hospital in Alabama.
Aniston Orthopedics continues to provide a legacy of outstanding sports injury care on and off the field, keeping our players in the game. Aniston Orthopedics offers our Saturday morning sports injury clinic from 8 to 10 a.m. throughout the high school football season. Aniston Orthopedics also offers full-service physical therapy and occupational therapy departments. To learn more, visit our website at www.anistonortho.com. Aniston Orthopedics, located in the Tyler Center adjacent to RMC.
I'm John Holder, host of the High School Football Alabama Scoreboard Show. Keller Williams real estate agent Amber Cotton sold my house, and I can tell you she's the best. But don't take just my word for it.
I'm Coach Michael Easley from Montford High School, and Amber Cotton sold my house.
I'm Coach Clint Smith from Jacksonville High School, and Amber Cotton sold my house.
This is Coach Jonathan Miller of the Sax Wildcats, and Amber Cotton sold my house.
I'm Amber Cotton, and if you're in the market to sell a home in Calhoun County, I would love the privilege of meeting your real estate.
WHMA FM, Thompson City, Anniston, Oxford, WKLS HD3, Southside, and W248CE, 97.5 FM, Gadsden.
Back on the high school football Alabama scoreboard, presented by the City of Oxford. John Holder with you on a football Friday night. Let's go back to our Oxford Lumber and Ace Hardware scoreboard, get you up to date on final scores. We've got some new finals for you. We'll get you up to date on that as we move through. Here's games are ending across East Alabama. We'll give you all the final scores. And a lot of folks now just coming out of the stadiums, getting in your cars and so forth, getting settled in for the night, watching the scoreboard. So let's jump to the scoreboard and get you up to date on all of the final scores. Piedmont tonight, a winner over Weaver, 70-13. Yes, that is the correct final score from the Field of Champions at Piedmont. Cherokee County tonight. We'll have highlights of this game coming on the scoreboard. Cherokee County beating White Plains. That was by a score of 40-0. Also tonight, Woodland and Donahoe. We gave you the score, but I don't think we had that graphically represented. Woodland tonight, this is a final, has beaten Donahoe 50-27 from over at Sewell Field in Woodland tonight. Also this evening, the Oxford Yellow Jackets, a big win over Pell City at Lamar Field in Oxford, 35-10, the final score in that game. Walter Welborn picks up their first win of the year. Head coach Jeff Smith scheduled to join us live right here on the scoreboard. Walter Welborn beating Pleasant Valley tonight, 57-14. First win of the year for the Pleasant Valley, or I should say for the Walter Welborn Panthers over Pleasant Valley. Now let's talk about Sax. Huge win tonight in Class 3A Region 5, winning at Ohatchee 16-7. The final score in that game from the Creek Bank at Ohatchee. Scott Martin not available tonight, on leave from the Calhoun County Board of Education. Sax wins the game 16-7. Also tonight, the game you heard right here on the Big 95, Alexandria, number 6 in 5A, goes to Corner. They win it 51-15 over the Yellow Jackets. Jacksonville, an impressive win at Munford tonight in 4A Region 4 action, 35-12. Tuscaloosa Christian comes into Jacksonville. They beat the Thunder tonight, 48-20 over Jacksonville Christian. Hanley knocking out Cleburne County tonight in a battle of undefeated teams down in Roanoke. Number 1 Hanley beats Cleburne County 26-7. BB Comer, a huge win. The Tigers rolling over Ranburne tonight down at Legion Stadium in Sylacauga, 55-28. Horseshoe Bend over Randolph County. Let me tell you about this game. This is a new score. This game is a final score, but it ended in the third quarter. They were playing in New Site tonight at Battle Stadium, and toward the end of the third quarter, lightning, a big delay, and they had a big lightning delay down that way. I could see the lightning tonight down in that direction all the way as far north as White Plains tonight. So with Horseshoe Bend in control of the game, they just ended it right there, and it's a final. As the score stood late in the third quarter, Horseshoe Bend beating Randolph County tonight 38-8. Wadley over Winterboro 43-22. That might be your region title game in Class 1A Region 5 tonight at Winterboro. Number 10 in 1A Wadley remains undefeated. Central of Clay County also remains undefeated. Now 5-0. The Vols tonight at home beating Beauregard 35-0. Fayetteville and Vincent. This is the new final score. Vincent goes into Fayetteville, and they win very impressively over a good Wolves team, 48-21. Childersburg and Dadeville still looking for a final in that game from John Cox Stadium in Childersburg. Victory Christian and Talladega County Central still looking for a final on that game from Pell City tonight. Holtville and Talladega still looking for a final in Elmore County. Again, like last week, down in the south, that's where they had issues with the weather. So all of those games down south more than likely being affected by weather tonight with lightning. St. Clair County and Lincoln playing at Odenville, still looking for a final on that one. Moody and Centerpoint, this is now a final. Centerpoint rolls over Moody. Moody has now lost 2 in a row after beginning the season 3-0. Centerpoint rolls into Moody. They roll out with a 40-11 win over the Moody Blue Devils in 5A Region 6. Last play of the game, Springville kicks a 38-yard field goal to win at Scottsboro 24-21. Etowah tonight in the Farmer Bowl. They get the Farmer Bowl trophy tonight as they win over the Asheville Bulldogs at Asheville 28-0. Sandrock and Southeastern, this game was back and forth, literally. One score puts one team up, another score puts the other team up. And the way it ended, Southeastern with maybe the biggest win in school history for the Mustangs from over in Rimlap in Blount County. They win at Sandrock, knocking off number 7 in 2A and previously unbeaten Sandrock tonight, 32-28 in a game that was a phenomenal game, maybe the game of the night up at Sandrock tonight. Valley Head and Galesville still looking for a final. This is a wild one. Valley Head in the fourth was leading Galesville 45-36, still looking for a final. Tryon, Georgia beat Cedar Bluff tonight 49-0. Cleveland tonight at home upending number 3 Spring Garden 20-13 as Spring Garden loses their first game of the year. West End and Gaston, we gave this to you earlier. Now we have it on the screen for you. West End and Gaston playing tonight, two Etowah County rivals out at Walnut Grove. West End no problem beating the Bulldogs 53-8. Hoax Bluff over Glencoe 48-0 tonight. Arab comes in and wins at Southside, a game that might decide the Class 6A Region 7 title. Lee Osment has the Arabian Knights rolling. Arab over Southside tonight at Barney Hood Stadium 24-7. Westbrook Christian back on the winning track as they win at Locust Fork tonight 41-13. Coosa Christian and Appalachian, another wild high-scoring game in 1A tonight that was back and forth, but Coosa wins it. They beat the Eagles tonight over in Gadsden 42-32, the final score in that game tonight over at Coosa Christian. Congratulations to Gadsden City. The Titans on the road at Spain Park come from 17 down to win over the Spain Park Jaguars tonight 29-26. Boaz beating Sardis 28-0. Games around the state, it was Maplesville rolling over Lochapoka 49-0 in 1A. The top game in 2A tonight was Ariton and G.W. Long playing in Skipperville. Ariton wins it 27-21. In 4A tonight, the big game, American Christian in Bibb County. 34-12, American Christian wins the game in Tuscaloosa. Thompson and Hewitt-Trussville, this is now a final. Number 1, Thompson. We can't say enough about this football team. Number 5 in the country. They were taking on number 4 Hewitt-Trussville, who has one of the best teams probably in the South. And they were playing at Thompson tonight in a 1-4 matchup, and Thompson wins the game 42-9. Maybe the most impressive win yet for the Thompson Warriors. Hoover wins over Oak Mountain tonight at Oak Mountain in another top 10 battle in 7A, 28-21. And also in Class 7A, another top 10 matchup, Central of Phoenix City beating Enterprise 36-27, the final score in that game, and another top 10 matchup taking place in Class 7A. Well, we want to talk about our Amber Cotton, Keller Williams Real Estate Agent Assistant Coach of the Week. This is the time of night where we throw the spotlight on the assistant coaches. Hey, the head coaches, they get a lot of publicity, and rightfully so. They're the head dogs, so to speak, of these teams. But the assistant coaches, they deserve some recognition too. And our assistant coach of the week this week is from Southside High School. His name is Justin Bowen. You get a good look at him there. And let me just tell you about him. He's in his first year as Southside's defensive coordinator. Coming into tonight's game with Arab, the Panthers had forced 11 turnovers. They were holding opponents to only 20% on third down conversions. Southside coming into this week led the state in interceptions with 7, third in the state in sacks. Bowen teaches driver's ed at Southside, a graduate of Alexandria High School in Jacksonville State. Also coached at Munford, Sachs, Hazel Green, and at Oxford High Schools before coming to Southside. Justin Bowen of Southside High School, our Amber Cotton, Keller Williams Real Estate Assistant Coach of the Week for this week. And by the way, let me tell you about Amber Cotton. She is without question the number 1 real estate agent here in East Alabama. And I can tell you this about Amber Cotton. You want somebody that knows the market. And there is no one that knows the market better than Amber Cotton does. And we're talking about on the selling side and on the buying side. As you'll see in commercials that we run during the show here, she sold my house. So I speak from experience. And she is going to be honest, forthright. She's going to tell you what you need to do to sell your house. She's going to need to tell you what you need to do if you're buying a house. Great advice. You are dealing with the best real estate agent in East Alabama when you are dealing with Amber Cotton of Keller Williams Realty Group. Thank her for her sponsorship of the High School Football Alabama Scoreboard and our assistant coach of the week. When we come back, more scores, guests, highlights, region rundown, team of the week, muscle team, player of the week, our East Alabama top 10. All of that between now and midnight right here streaming live on YouTube and Facebook and on the Big 95.
When you shop at Pee Wee Turner Motors, you will be a winner. As lifelong supporters of East Alabama athletics, we at Pee Wee Turner Motors would like to invite you to check out our quality inventory of trucks, cars, and SUVs at peeweeturnermotors.net. We always guarantee credit approval and look forward to serving you and your family at Pee Wee Turner Motors on Quintard Avenue, Anniston.
Cash back. Plain and simple. That's what you'll get on the Noble Bank Cash Back account. No tricks, no gimmicky names, just free accounts that pay you cash back. If unlimited transactions, fraud protection, and refunds on ATM withdrawal fees nationwide sounds like your kind of banking, visit us at noblebank.com and learn more about the Noble Cash Back account. Welcome to personal banking. Welcome to Noble Bank and Trust. Noblebank.com. Member FDIC.
Hi, this is Jimmy Newman from Oxford Lumber. I've kicked off many times in my football days, and that's an exciting play. When you're ready to kick off your next building or remodeling project, let us make sure you start your project off right, with the right material at the right price so you can score big and get the job done. Stop by and see our local guys with over 60 years of experience serving you. Come by any one of our 4 locations in Oxford, Talladega, Jacksonville, or Roanoke. And don't forget about our low price guarantee.
When it comes to great tasting barbecue, nobody does it better than Dad's Barbecue. Dad's Barbecue is slow cooked to perfection, and Dad's menu now includes burgers, shakes, and delicious cheddar muffins. Large groups are always welcome, and Dad's does catering too. And Dad's offers fast, friendly service, and they're kid-friendly. Dine in or drive-through. Dad's Barbecue, family owned since 1985, with 2 locations in Anniston to serve you.
The Calhoun County Commission, made up of J.D. Hess, Tim Hodges, Fred Wilson, Carolyn Henderson, and Lee Patterson, ask you to take a look at what Calhoun County has to offer. Beautiful parks, neighborhoods, recreational facilities, historic sites, and museums. Our citizens enjoy a high quality of life and strongly support the arts. If you are considering expanding or starting a new business, take a look at what Calhoun County has to offer. You will be glad you did.
The X-Mark Radius. This is the mower that cut the lawn where you watched your family explore. The Radius will get you on and off the lawn quickly with the signature cut, comfort, and reliability more landscape pros trust. X-Mark, official mowers of the backyard line. Get into a Radius as low as $93 per month with approved credit. Check them out today at Triple T Turf, 204 Anniston Street in Weaver. Open 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday, 8 to noon Saturday. And Triple T Turf is also your still dealer for outdoor power equipment.
WHMA FM, Thompson City, Anniston, Oxford, WKLS HD3, Southside, and W248CE, 97.5 FM, Gadsden.
Back on the High School Football Alabama Scoreboard on this Football Friday night, presented by the City of Oxford. We're coming to you live from the RMC Media Center here in Midtown Anniston. John Holder, our entire hardworking High School Football Alabama team with you all the way until 12 midnight. We are excited because each week we are unveiling new nominees for F&M Bank, our Farmers and Merchants Bank Spirit Scholarship giveaway. Let's tell you about the Spirit Scholarship, and then we're going to introduce you to 8 great young people from across East Alabama tonight. High School Football Alabama and Farmers and Merchants Bank teaming up to bring you the Spirit Scholarship Fan Favorite Contest. We have 4 scholar athletes from every school in Calhoun County, plus Spring Garden. These are nominated by the school. These are athletes. These are seniors. And they are great athletes and great with high GPAs as well. What we're going to do, that's 60 athletes. Right now, what we're voting for each week, we're taking a couple of schools and running through the voting to narrow from 60 down to 30. Those final 30 will each receive a $50 Visa gift card from Farmers and Merchants Bank. And then the final 30 will narrow that down to one male, one female athlete chosen by you on Facebook. You just go to Facebook and like the picture of the male and female athlete from each school that you would like to see get this scholarship. And then at the end of the season, right here live on the High School Football Alabama Scoreboard, there will be a $1,500 scholarship for both the male and female. So that's over $3,000 in scholarships courtesy of Farmers and Merchants Bank. They have been doing this for years. Great supporters of high school athletes and young people here in East Alabama. So this is the way it happens. Our voting begins at midnight tonight and will last until 12 noon next Friday. That'll be the 24th of September. And you will have all week long, basically, to vote for 4 student athletes from Jacksonville High School and 4 student athletes from Faith Christian High School. So let's meet the 4 nominees now from Jacksonville High School. 2 female, 2 male. We begin with Alyssa Harris from Jacksonville, a 91.65 GPA. I think they like to call her Allie Harris. Allie is what she goes by. And she is a volleyball player for Jacksonville High School. Again, you see the GPA there. Go to Facebook and like her picture if you would like to vote for her. Our other female athlete from Jacksonville High School is Amari Curry, an 87.5 GPA. She is a girls basketball player at Jacksonville High School. Now, the 2 male athletes representing Jacksonville, we have Quintavious Long. They call him Q Long, at 85.25 GPA, and he is a basketball and a football player for the Jacksonville Golden Eagles. And our final scholar athlete from Jacksonville High School, Hayden Robinson. Hayden, of course, with a 9.25 GPA, also a basketball player for the Jacksonville High School Golden Eagles. So those are the 4 nominees, 2 male, 2 female from Jacksonville High School. And now let's meet the 4 nominees from Faith Christian School in Anniston. We begin with Megan Ford, a 3.4 GPA. Megan is a volleyball, basketball, and tennis player for the Lions. Our other female nominee from Faith Christian School is Anna Stroutman. She has a 4.2 GPA, above a 4.0, basketball and soccer player for the Faith Christian School Lions, Anna Stroutman. Our 2 male athletes from Faith Christian School, we have Colton Palman, a 3.6 GPA. He is a basketball and baseball player for the Faith Christian Lions. And Brody Dodson from Faith Christian, a 3.9 GPA. And you see him holding up a fish. That's because he's not only a baseball player for Faith Christian, but he also is on the fishing team at Faith Christian School. So those are 8 nominees, 4 from Faith Christian School, 4 from Jacksonville High School. Go to High School Football Alabama on Facebook. Like their pictures beginning at midnight tonight through 12 noon coming up next Friday to vote for your favorites, male and female, from Jacksonville High School and also from Faith Christian School. City of Oxford, they are the title sponsor. They also bring you our Team of the Week. City of Oxford, great things going on there. It's a vibrant city full of attractions and events. We don't have to tell you about that. They're proud to be a city where business blooms, education is thriving, recreation is key, safety is a top priority, and all of their events are unique. Discover all there is to love about Oxford by visiting oxfordal.gov. That's oxfordal.gov. We'll be back to run down some more scores. Special guest on the way, a whole lot more as the High School Football Alabama Scoreboard, presented by the City of Oxford, rolls on a Football Friday night.
Your neighborhood Grub Mart is your one-stop shop for everything you need when you're on the go. Grub Mart features the best prices on Coke and Pepsi products and is the home to the 99-cent bag of ice every day. And Grub Mart is your exclusive home for the popcorn bucket. Purchase yours for only $5.99, then bring it for free refills throughout the year. And save every day with your Grub Mart Super Saver card. When you're on the go, it's good to know Grub Mart has everything you need. Gas, diesel, and delicious Oleo donuts. In business over 78 years, visit your local Grub Mart today.
In Alabama, school spirit is in the air on Friday nights. At Farmers and Merchants Bank, we're giving our customers the opportunity to show their school spirit every day with our new Spirit debit card. We've designed a unique card for every Calhoun County school that includes the school's logo. So every time you use the card, you're showing your school spirit. Come in and get your school spirit debit card today. We've got spirit at F&M Bank. Service, solutions, and strength. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
I can't imagine life without Gwen, but we came dangerously close.
I was having chest pains.
Luckily, there was a hospital nearby that quickly discovered one of her arteries was 100% blocked. A hospital with life-saving technology and the latest in cardiac treatment, with an experienced team of doctors and nurses focused on fixing Gwen's heart. What hospital had all of that?
It was all right here at RMC.
Aniston Orthopedics continues to provide a legacy of outstanding sports injury care on and off the field, keeping our players in the game. Aniston Orthopedics offers our Saturday morning sports injury clinic from 8 to 10 a.m. throughout the high school football season. Aniston Orthopedics also offers full-service physical therapy and occupational therapy departments. To learn more, visit our website at www.anistonortho.com. Aniston Orthopedics, located in the Tyler Center adjacent to RMC.
I'm John Holder, host of the High School Football Alabama Scoreboard Show. Keller Williams real estate agent Amber Cotton sold my house, and I can tell you she's the best. But don't take just my word for it.
I'm Coach Michael Easley from Montford High School, and Amber Cotton sold my house.
I'm Coach Clint Smith from Jacksonville High School, and Amber Cotton sold my house.
This is Coach Jonathan Miller of the Sax Wildcats, and Amber Cotton sold my house.
I'm Amber Cotton, and if you're in the market to sell a home in Calhoun County, I would love the privilege of meeting your real estate needs too.
Back on the High School Football Alabama Scoreboard, and we have a couple of new finals we've been looking for. Down to our south, weather has been a factor tonight, and it was in a lot of these games. Finally, the Holtville-Talladega game is over from down in Elmore County. Holtville winning 31-22 over Talladega. As Holtville moves to 4-1, Talladega remains winless. And the other game up north, this was not late because of the weather. This was late because they scored 106 points tonight. Valley Head beating Galesville 64-42 tonight up at Valley Head, a key game in the Class 1A Region 7 race. As we bring it back here to the set here on High School Football Alabama, presented by the City of Oxford, want to show you about, when we'll talk about Team of the Week, we're going to announce our 5th Team of the Week coming up just before 12 midnight tonight, but we're going to take you back to last week and talk about what we give to all of our Team of the Weeks. We give them a lot of great stuff, beginning with one of the things that we have is this great Tough Guy trophy, courtesy of the folks at Awards to Remember. They give us this Tough Guy trophy. There it is right there, and they provide that to us, and that goes to the Team of the Week winner as well. We also have T-shirts that are provided by Aniston Orthopedics. These are score shirts that have not only Team of the Week on the front, but the score of the game and the date on the back. And every member of the team and coaching staff gets one of those as well. And also the City of Oxford, who presents our Team of the Week, they have these great Choccolocca Park hand towels that they also give to every member of the team. So we call it the 3 T's, the T-shirts, the towels, and the trophy. We presented that to the folks at Cherokee County High School and Center. I was up there yesterday, had the chance to walk out on the new turf at Cherokee County High School that they just put down a couple of weeks ago. And boy, is it very, very nice. I think we got some pictures of that we're going to show you. There's the team. You see the boxes there full of the towels and the T-shirts, the entire team out there after practice yesterday. They really loved that score where they beat Aniston 21-20 last Friday night. There's the head coach, Jacob Kelly, holding up our Tough Guy trophy. There's one of their great players, one of our past Players of the Week, Damian Ramsey, holding up the trophy and the Team of the Week T-shirt. A great visit up in Center yesterday with our team of the week. And we want to tell you about awards to remember. They have stepped forward and come forward with sponsoring that Tough Guy Trophy. And they are your awards dealer in East Alabama. There's no one better to deal with. They're the best at recognizing winners with trophies and plaques, medals, all types of awards. They specialize in school and athletic awards, full line of screen printing on T-shirts, polos, any kind of textile as well. 39 years in the business. One of the things they're most proud of at Awards to Remember is they were named one of the top 10 awards dealers in the entire Southeast. Go to awardstoremember.com. Go by to see them at 4017 Alabama Highway 144 in Ohatchee. Well, we've got one of the great analysts at all of high school football in this state. Coach Michael Short going to join us live on the set here. Going to talk some high school football. He was at the Oxford-Pell City game. We'll break down that game and a whole lot more as the High School Football Alabama Scoreboard Show rolls on, presented by the City of Oxford.
Cash back. Plain and simple. That's what you'll get on the Noble Bank Cash Back account. No tricks, no gimmicky names. Just free accounts that pay you cash back. If unlimited transactions, fraud protection, and refunds on ATM withdrawal fees nationwide sounds like your kind of banking, visit us at noblebank.com and learn more about the Noble Cashback account. Welcome to personal banking. Welcome to Noble Bank and Trust. Noblebank.com. Member FDIC.
Hi, this is Jimmy Newman from Oxford Lumber. I've kicked off many times in my football days, and that's an exciting play. When you're ready to kick off your next building or remodeling project, let us make sure you start your project off right, with the right material at the right price so you can score big and get the job done. Stop by and see our local guys with over 60 years of experience serving you. Come by any one of our 4 locations in Oxford, Talladega, Jacksonville, Roanoke, and don't forget about our low price guarantee.
When mealtime calls for the best farm-raised catfish, look no further than Top of the River. With 3 convenient locations, you're never far from the very best catfish East Alabama has to offer. The friendly folks at Top of the River are waiting to serve you the fish that owner Shannon Robertson says they've served exclusively for 25 years and to perfection.
Since '96, I've never served one other type of fish, ever, other than farm-raised catfish.
The Calhoun County Commission, made up of J.D. Hess, Tim Hodges, Fred Wilson, Carolyn Henderson, and Lee Patterson, ask you to take a look at what Calhoun County has to offer. Beautiful parks, neighborhoods, recreational facilities, historic sites, and museums. Our citizens enjoy a high quality of life and strongly support the arts. If you are considering expanding or starting a new business, take a look at what Calhoun County has to offer. You will be glad you did.
The Exmark Quest. This is the mower that cuts the lawn that became the place your kids grew up. The Exmark Quest. The cut, quality, and performance more landscape pros trust at a price you can afford. Exmark. Official mowers of the backyard life. Get into a Quest as low as $62 per month with approved credit. Come check them out today at Triple T Turf, 204 Anniston Street in Weaver. Open 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday, 8 to noon Saturday. And Triple T Turf is also your still dealer for outdoor power equipment.
When you shop at Pee Wee Turner Motors, you will be a winner. As lifelong supporters of East Alabama athletics, we at Pee Wee Turner Motors would like to invite you to check out our quality inventory of trucks, cars, and SUVs at peeweeturnermotors.net. We always guarantee credit approval and look forward to serving you and your family at Pee Wee Turner Motors on Quintard Avenue, Anniston.
Scoreboard presented by the City of Oxford. Take you back to our Oxford Lumber and Ace Hardware scoreboard, and we will give you all the final scores. And then we've got Michael Short standing by. Head coach of the Wellborn Panthers, Jeff Smith, is in the house. He's standing by. All of that still to come here on the High School Football Alabama scoreboard. Piedmont tonight over Weaver, 70-13. Cherokee County tonight, our team of the week, shutting out White Plains 40-0. We'll have highlights of that game coming. Woodland beat Donahoe 50-27. Oxford a winner over Pell City 35-10. About to talk about that game. Welborn over Pleasant Valley 57-14. Sacs tonight a winner over the Ohatchee Indians 16-7. The final score in that game on the Creek Bank at Ohatchee tonight. A big game in Class 3A Region 5 as Sacs was a winner over Ohatchee by a score of 16-7. I think we got that score that we're about to put up there for you as Sacs beat Ohatchee 16-7 tonight. The final score in that one. Also, Alexandria tonight was a winner over Corner 51-15. We're apparently having some graphics problems there. We'll try to get this solved for you, and then we'll bring it right here in the set. We've got some problems with our graphics. We'll just go ahead. We'll get you the scores back here in a minute. We'll bring Michael Short in, of course, a longtime legendary football coach here in East Alabama. Now an analyst, works some radio, works some television, and things like that through the years, and really a keen observer of high school football, not only here in East Alabama, Coach, but around the state. We're going to start inward and work outward, and we'll start with a game that you were able to see tonight, Oxford and Pell City. Oxford has had a tough season so far because they are young to begin with. They had a lot of transfers, and then they had a lot of injuries, but tonight getting some of the injuries back, Sam Robertson back at quarterback, and they win tonight over Pell City. A very good win for Oxford, 35-10.
Well, first of all, I want to recognize the class of 1981 from Oxford High School. 40 years. So I knew some of those people, and I reminded them they've been out of school 40 years now, so all their gray hair and stuff, bald-headed. So that, it was homecoming for Oxford. So they brought back the class of 1981 tonight and recognized them. But as far as football is concerned, yeah, it's hard for me to keep up with who all their players are because it changed constantly. Can't imagine the coaching staff because it's one injury after another. And it's been one of those type years. But, to the coaching staff's credit, they've held this group together. And a lot of times when you have young kids, they tend to get down on themselves, whether it be from transfers or injuries or whatever. They have a tendency to get down on themselves. And before the show tonight, I mentioned to all the people listening to over the radio that they've just got to win one quarter. You got to win one quarter. And after you win that one quarter, then you work on that second quarter or work on a half. So a lot of times those small victories will end up being a win in the long run.
Well, having Sam Robertson, anytime you can get your starting quarterback back, that is huge. And I'm assuming having him back after he was out the last 2 weeks was a big deal tonight.
It was, but I also have to give Kamari McClellan credit for the last two ball games. He's come in as an underclassman also and done a good job of holding the fort down while Sam has been injured. And Sam come back tonight, and you could see the offense maybe with a little bit more confidence level with him being out there. But he had a pretty significant injury in his thigh. And Sam is a baseball prospect. Everybody knows that he's committed to Auburn to play baseball. And it would have been very easy for him not to come out there and play. But he came out there tonight, and you could tell early in the game there wasn't a lot of design quarterback runs for him. But you could just see he's itching to want to run the football. And then late in the game, he made some runs because he got hit tonight one time and got leveled and got right back up. And I knew then, I said, that's what I wanted to see. And then he made a long run into the end zone and ran over 2 or 3 to get there. So that's the things I knew they were happy about seeing. The offensive line took control of the game, and they were able to rush the football tonight. And by being able to run the football, then that allowed them to be able to open up their screens and the quick passing game out on the perimeter. And that made all the difference against Pell City.
You're also obviously a keen observer of Class 4A Region 4, which is a really tough region. Mm-hmm. Of course, Cleveland County Tigers, obviously you keep up with them a lot. They had a game tonight at number 1 Hanley. Hanley won the game 26-7. That was a battle of undefeateds. And then Jacksonville had a big win tonight. Anniston was open. Cherokee County continues to roll. They're improving, winning tonight. Your thoughts on that region, specifically Hanley, because, Coach, it seems like to me right now, Hanley is playing on another level than maybe anybody else in this state in Class 4A.
Well, the thing that I can, just by looking at the scores, because I didn't know the score until I just saw it here, that's a game that Cleveland County's been in big games before, but these kids haven't. So they put themselves, through their coach working them hard, and they've done a good job, they put themselves in a position tonight to play in a game like that. Now, being able to be in it and playing in it is a whole different story. So that, the kids from Hanley, even though this was, I think, game 3 for them?
Yes.
But they've been through the state championship wars. They got those extra 5 weeks of practice last year, so it's really not that big a deal. But yes, they're by far ahead of everybody else in that region. But the fact that Cleveland County just got there, so they can use that experience to go on to the other games they're going to have to play. But look at the people. Jacksonville's what, 2 years away from, or 2 years out of playing for a state championship. And you got Hanley that won it last year. So that region is very competitive, very much like the region here in 3A. I mean, there's just a lot of competitive football. But yes, they're probably sitting at the top. But just look down the road at the games that are coming up. You know, the Anistons and the Jacksonville and the Center or Cherokee County and Mumford and Cleveland County. There's going to be a war. There's going to be 2 teams left out of it that's not even going to be in the playoffs.
2 really good football teams. Let's talk about maybe around the state. I think the thing that we're kind of living in real time that people are going to be talking about probably for the rest of our lifetime is how good this Thompson team is. And what they did to Hewitt-Trussville tonight, you look at that final score as they win 42-9 over Hewitt-Trussville, who's the number 4 team in the state and was undefeated. And I think Hewitt-Trussville probably is as good as about anybody in the South in high school football. Yeah. And Thompson is beating everybody like this. Coach, I don't know when the last time we've seen a team this dominant in the state is. This is going to go down as one of the very best teams this state's ever seen, I think.
Oh, no doubt, because their second team guys, you know, they've got people, and I've got the privilege of watching them play early in the year. They've got guys that are playing second team that have got offers to play college sports. Second team. And not for sure their third team couldn't start for a lot of people. So they got a lot of depth. Coach Freeman's done a good job with his program, and it all started with them, you know, being able to come out there and give them the facilities that he needed. You know, a lot of kids would say, hey, I don't want to play here. I want to play there just because they're facilities. I mean, if you go there, you'll see it's some of the best in the state. But yes, they're very good. They probably there's probably one other team over in Georgia as good as they are. But the thing he's got to fight is complacency. You know, week after week, because look, this is 2. They've won it back-to-back years. Winning that third one, I mean, every one of those kids got a ring, except for the move-ins. You know, they may not have one. Well, most of them do too also. But the thing for him is they didn't score 50 tonight. That's what I was wondering to score. So Hewitt-Trussville did a good job of not giving up 50 or 60, because until tonight, they'd scored over 50-plus points a game. So offensively, you know, they're good. But defensively, they're going to be hard to beat. And I'm just looking in the South. I know Auburn's got a good football team. Don't know their scores from tonight if they've even played. You know, Central Phoenix City supposedly has one of the best offensive lines around. So, but you're going to have not just an offensive line, you're going to have a complete football team. And not only is your first team got to be good, but your second team's got to be just as good, because their second teamers got offers too. So that's where they beat you. Not only their first team guys are talented, but they beat you with depth. And their kicking game is unbelievable.
Wow. Awesome. We can't say enough good things about Thompson. No. Let's talk, before I let you get out of here, let's talk about, because you're like me. You look at football not here in East Alabama, but you look at football around the state. Mm-hmm. I like to see what's going on around the state. I like to see trends and things that are going on. Mm-hmm. One of the great things about high school football that maybe you don't see at the college and pro level is you see teams that make a move, teams that maybe haven't been very good that all of a sudden are very good. I think about Keith in Class 1A, who has been downtrodden for years, and now they're 4-0. Teams that have kind of grabbed your attention around the state that maybe folks haven't heard a whole lot about, that all of a sudden now here in 2021 are making some noise. Who's a couple of teams like that?
If you'll think about a couple years ago, me and you were talking about a school down there called Pike Road.
Yes.
And how they've grown in numbers. You know, not only have they grown in numbers, but then those numbers are moving them up in classification. I mean, they've moved high real quickly. And what they're doing offensively and putting the numbers up they're putting up is phenomenal. But the one thing about not just teams that are showing up, but the one thing to me that I've noticed this year all over the state is quarterback play. You just about got to have a good quarterback to get you deep in the playoffs or to win it. But the quarterback play in this state is just phenomenal this year. And that's not saying that they're all prospects or they're going to play college football. But our quarterbacks in this state are getting coached well. And what they're doing offensively to highlight or to show the quarterback off. You know, those guys that's got that quarterback that can run and make plays and extend plays. You know, tonight you saw Sam being able to extend plays. McGrin kid at Cleveland County being able to extend plays. I mean, there's just plenty of quarterbacks around. Hayes and Piedmont, but all over the state, those people that have a quarterback that can run and extend plays, I mean, it just makes a difference. Look at Jacksonville. They play without him, they don't play well. He comes back, all of a sudden they're scoring more points. That quarterback in today's game is important to have, and especially if he can run the football, because they have an extra blocker now when he can run the ball. So it's phenomenal, the quarterback play in our state. Our coaches have done a great job in developing our quarterbacks in this state.
All right. Well, it is the halfway point of the season, and we still got a lot of great football to go. Actually, it's really the third of the season, counting the 5 rounds of playoffs. Coach, thank you so much for joining us here on High School Football Alabama Scoreboard, and we'll probably have you back in here around playoff time, I would think.
Anytime. Just remember, we're separating the pretenders and the contenders now.
That's exactly right. Let's talk about our friends at RMC, the RMC Media Center. Here at High School Football Alabama, here at Parker Memorial Baptist Church, and RMC brings you that. They're getting ready for their Golf Classic coming up. This is the 25th anniversary of their Golf Classic. It will be held October 6th, Anniston Country Club. If you love to golf, have friends who love to golf, register your team now at rmccares.org/Golf Classic. Maybe you don't have a team, but you want to support in another way. You can visit the website, rmccares.org. You can also call them 689-5331 or golfclassic@rmccares.org if you would like to send them an email. We want to thank Coach Michael Short for being with us here on the Noble Bank and Trust Post-Game Presser. And we're going to continue with our Noble Bank and Trust Post-Game Presser. Head coach of the Walter Wellborn Panthers, Jeff Smith, is coming up next here on the High School Football Alabama Scoreboard, presented by the City of Oxford.
In Alabama, school spirit is in the air on Friday nights. At Farmers and Merchants Bank, we're giving our customers the opportunity to show their school spirit every day with our new Spirit debit card. We've designed a unique card for every Calhoun County school that includes the school's logo. So every time you use the card, you're showing your school spirit. Come in and get your school spirit debit card today. We've got spirit at F&M Bank. Service, solutions, and strength. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
As a social worker, my cousin devotes her career to helping others. But when she was diagnosed with cancer, she was the one who needed help. She needed a hospital with an accredited cancer program and the latest in technology and care options. Plus, a compassionate team of doctors, nurses, and counselors with treatments that fit her schedule. So where did she find all that?
Right here at RMC.
Anniston Orthopedics continues to provide a legacy of outstanding sports injury care on and off the field, keeping our players in the game. Anniston Orthopedics offers our Saturday morning sports injury clinic from 8 to 10 a.m. throughout the high school football season. Anniston Orthopedics also offers full-service physical therapy and occupational therapy departments. To learn more, visit our website at www.annistonortho.com. Anniston Orthopedics, located in the Tyler Center adjacent to RMC.
I'm John Holder, host of the High School Football Alabama Scoreboard Show. Keller Williams real estate agent Amber Cotton sold my house, and I can tell you she's the best. But don't take just my word for it.
I'm Coach Michael Easley from Montford High School, and Amber Cotton sold my house.
I'm Coach Clint Smith from Jacksonville High School, and Amber Cotton sold my house.
This is Coach Jonathan Miller of the Sachs Wildcats, and Amber Cotton sold my house.
I'm Amber Cotton, and if you're in the market to sell a home in Calhoun County, I would love the privilege of meeting your real estate needs too.
Welcome to the award-winning Chocolaca Park in Oxford, Alabama. We believe Chocolaca Park is the place to be, and our fans agree, describing the park as breathtaking, professional, and fun for all. With plenty of parking, restrooms, concessions, and a top-notch staff, we are confident your experience will be second to none. Join us today at Chocolaca Park.
Your neighborhood Grub Mart is your one-stop shop for everything you need when you're on the go. Grub Mart features the best prices on Coke and Pepsi products and is the home to the 99-cent bag of ice every day. And Grub Mart is your exclusive home for the popcorn bucket. Purchase yours for only $5.99, then bring it for free refills throughout the year. And save every day with your Grub Mart Super Saver card. When you're on the go, it's good to know Grub Mart has everything you need. Gas, diesel, and delicious Oleo donuts. In business over 78 years, visit your local Grub Mart today.
High School Football highschoolfootballalabama.com. The Big 95 WHMA and 97.5 FM are proud to be the home of the High School Football Alabama Scoreboard with John Holder, presented by the City of Oxford.
The High School Football Alabama Scoreboard is also brought to you by Young Oil Company Grub Marts, Farmers and Merchants Bank, Regional Medical Center, Aniston Orthopedics Associates, Keller Williams Real Estate Agent Amber Cotton, Pee Wee Turner Motors, Noble Bank and Trust, Oxford Lumber Company, Dad's Barbecue and Top of the River, the Calhoun County Commission, and Triple T Turf.
The High School Football Alabama Scoreboard with John Holder, presented by the City of Oxford on 97.5 FM, the Big 95 WHMA, and highschoolfootballalabama.com.
We are back on the High School Football Alabama Scoreboard presented by the City of Oxford. Now we're going to take you back to the Oxford Lumber and Ace Hardware Scoreboard. We'll pick up where we left off. I was trying to give you that Sachs-Ohatchee score. Here it is. Sachs winning over Ohatchee tonight. Sachs only their third visit ever to the Creek Bank. Hard to believe they win at Ohatchee tonight. 16-7 the final score in that game. Let's give you all the others. Alexandria, the game you heard here on the Big 95. Alexandria winning over Corner 51-15. Jacksonville, they win tonight over Munford 35-12. Tuscaloosa Christian comes in. They knock out Jacksonville Christian 48-20. Hanley tonight in the battle of undefeateds wins over Cleveland County 26-7. BB Comer, huge win over Ranburne 55-28. Horseshoe Bend, a game that ended in the third quarter because of weather. They beat Randolph County 38-8. It was Wadley, huge win tonight at Winterboro. Battle of the Bulldogs 43-22. Wadley wins over Winterboro. Central of Clay County getting ready for that showdown next week with Pleasant Grove. They remain undefeated, beating Beauregard 35-0. Vincent over Fayetteville 48-21. Childersburg and Dadeville tonight. Again, a game affected by weather down at Childersburg, still looking for a final. Victory and TCC. This game is in the third quarter. They had weather issues in Pell City. Victory Christian was leading TCC 49-0 in the third. Should have a final momentarily. Holtville, a win over Talladega 31-22. St. Clair County and Lincoln tonight. That game being played in Odenville. Again, weather playing some issues with that game. Centerpoint wins at Moody tonight 40-11. Last play of the game, a 38-yard field goal by Springville as time expired to beat Scottsboro 24-21. Etowah in the Raymond Farmer Bowl tonight. They got the trophy. They beat Asheville 28-0. Great game tonight at Sandrock. Southeastern knocks off number 7 Sandrock 32-28. It was a night of upsets in that region. We'll give you another one here in just a moment. Wild game between Valley Head and Galesville. Valley Head wins it 64-42. Tryon, Georgia, shutting out Cedar Bluff 49-0. Here's the other upset in 2A Region 6. Cleveland tonight beating number 3 Spring Garden 20-13. West End beats Gaston 53-8. Hoax Bluff a winner over the Glencoe Yellow Jackets. 77 straight years the Bluff and Glencoe have played. Hoax Bluff wins it tonight 48-0. Arab, Lee Osment, and the Arabian Knights, an impressive win at Southside tonight in 6A Region 7, 24-7. Westbrook Christian wins at Locust Fork, 41-13. Another wild game back and forth at Coosa Christian. We have a Coosa score on there, but Coosa did win the game, beating Appalachian 42-32 was the final. Gadsden City down 17-0. They come back and win tonight at Spain Park, 29-26. Boaz shuts out Sardis 28-0. And a lot of top 10 matchups around the state, virtually in every classification. 1A tonight, number 4 Maplesville rolling over Lochapoka 49-0. 2A tonight, Ariton and GW Long, next door neighbors down in southeast Alabama. Ariton wins it 27-21. The big game in 4A in Tuscaloosa, American Christian beating Bibb County 34-12. And 3 huge games in 7A tonight. We talked with Coach Short about Thompson beating Hewitt-Trussville 42-9. Hoover tonight remains undefeated. Another top 10 matchup as they win against Oak Mountain 28-21 the final over at Herdmont Park. And great game in South Alabama in 7A. Central of Phoenix City beating Enterprise 36-27. Right now, we're going to bring in the head coach of the Walter Wellborn Panthers, Coach Jeff Smith. His team wins tonight, first win of the year. They beat Pleasant Valley 57-14.
Right.
Coach, I know it's always good to win, but especially get that first win of the season tonight, and also to win on the hill. That's always fun.
Oh, absolutely. And our kids have worked very hard, and for them to get their first win tonight, it was really good.
Coach, let's talk about the game. Obviously, you were 50-0, I believe, at halftime.
Right. So
you came out, talk about your team being ready to play. Obviously, they were ready to play tonight.
Well, you know, it started last week when we were playing Sachs. You could just feel the team turn at that time. You know, we're really inexperienced. We've got only 2 guys back on offense and 2 guys back on defense. And, you know, they had to get their experience. And well, our experience had to come against Jacksonville in the spring game, Anniston the first ball game, Ohatchee the second game, Sachs the third game. But during the Sachs game, you could just kind of feel our team turning and coming together, and it carried over into tonight.
You know, I was watching the Anniston game, and everybody was like, Wellborn, they lost 16 seniors,
Right.
not going to be that good, and all that kind of stuff. That was
Right.
kind of what
Absolutely.
folks were talking about in the offseason. But I watched you against Anniston, a team that's been in the top 10 this year in Class 4A,
Absolutely.
and I was like, this is a pretty good Wellborn team. This is not what everybody's going to be expecting. I was really impressed with your football team. Like you said, the schedule you played has just been really a gauntlet these first 3 weeks.
We had to start out just playing some of the top teams. And, you know, again, these players have not had the game experience that the team we just had, you know, had. And so they had to get some experience under their belt and have game-type situations happen to them. And the first, you know, again, going back to the spring game, to them first 3 games, you know, those 4 opponents right there that as good as anybody you can play at our classification. And so I feel like it helped our team. And again, back to the Sachs game, I felt our team turned that night, and it carried over into tonight.
Joined by Jeff Smith now, head coach of the Walter Wellborn Panthers, here in our Noble Bank and Trust post-game presser. Coach, let's talk about some specific guys on your team. Who have been some of the guys that have been, you lost not only 16 guys, but these were guys, a lot of those guys have been 3- and 4-year starters.
Absolutely.
So who are some of the guys, you've lost a lot of leadership is my point.
Well,
who are some of the leaders that stepped
about
up?
that. The teams that we had, you know, in 2019, 2020, they were not just good seasoned players. They had a lot of strong personality guys that were on that team, and now they were gone. So the team that we have this year, they had to find themselves. You know, leadership had to define itself. And, you know, one young man that's really stepped up and I've been so proud of is Grayson Johnson's our quarterback. You know, and Grayson he's just got a great attitude. He works very hard and he loves football, and he works every day to get better, and you can tell it. You know, Braden Dempsey is our middle linebacker on defense. Well, Braden played defensive end for us, and Braden is the only starter we have back from the semifinal team that we had in 2019. He's the only one left. And we moved him from defensive end to middle linebacker, and he's really stepped in and did a good job with that. You know, our middle linebacker position and our quarterback positions are 2 really leadership roles on our team. And, you know, both of them have really done good. We had our weak tackle last year, which was Austin Smith. We had to move him to center. And boy, I tell you what, he had a fantastic night tonight. That's one of the best ball games I've seen him play. But Austin has moved over there to the center position right there, and again, that's our leadership position on our offensive line, and he's really done a good job with that, and very, very proud of him. You know, and we have some more players. Amari Jenkins, who was he just played guard last year for us, and we're asking him to play defensive end and guard now. And again, he's really stepped up. And first time Pleasant Valley ran a certain play, I'm not going to call it out, but we worked on it all week in practice and everything. And first time they ran it, he read it and made the tackle in the backfield, just like we worked on in practice. And I mean, I think that one play is what really kick-started us up tonight.
Absolutely. Now, as we've talked about many times through the years, obviously you're still in great playoff contention. Mm-hmm. And history has shown for about a decade now that when you come out of this 3A region, we have teams that finish 3 and 4 in this region who wind up in the quarterfinals of the playoffs. Well, that
was Sachs last year.
Yeah, that's been a team just about every year that's done that. So you're the future as we go through the back half of the season now, about to begin the second half of the season, getting toward playoff contention and things like that. Just kind of your thoughts on where your team is right now.
Well, I'm real happy where they're at right now, and you know, I know we're 1 and 3, But as far as the place that our team is right now, we're in a good place. Now, we're not going to worry about what's going to happen 3 or 4 weeks down the road from now. We're going to worry about ourselves and continue to make ourselves better. And then we got Hamilton coming into Wellborn this week. That'll be our homecoming. We're going to have the 1962 team back. That's the first county champions we have ever had at Wellborn, and we're going to have them back and have our homecoming game. And so we got to focus on that this week, and then whoever our next opponent is, we'll worry about them then.
Yeah, last year you made the trip over to almost Mississippi to play Hamilton. This year they're coming here. They make the long trip, so I know you're happy about that.
Absolutely. That's a 2.5 hour drive, and when you leave Fultondale going that way, it is a tough ride.
Coach, one more thing, not really related to high school football here, but for folks who don't know, your all-state son that played so many great years, Jet, is now a member of the Jacksonville State Gamecock football team, made the travel team.
Absolutely.
So he was in Tallahassee, you were in Tallahassee. Just tell us about that phenomenal Jack State win over Florida State. Have you ever seen anything like that before?
Well, they touch greatness. I mean, let's call it like it is. They touch greatness. I mean, they're down, they're on the road at Florida State, and that is a tough environment. Now, when they get cranked up in there and they're all tomahawk chopping and everything else, that's a hard place to go win at. And, Jacksonville State's on the road, down, and makes that pass. And Lord, I tell you what, the receiver, the quarterback made a great throw. The receiver made a great catch, but I tell you what, number 9, and I can't call his name out right now, but he made a fantastic block. I mean, he decleated a guy from Florida State.
Edwards, I think.
Yes, yeah. He decleated the defensive back for Florida State, and we went into the end zone. And man, what a night! What a night! All our people from Jacksonville State, former players, former students, had to be so proud of that, because here we are on the road and go into Doak Walker Stadium, Bobby Bowden Field, and beat the Florida State Seminoles. What a win. And I just, Coach Gross and his staff, they worked so hard, and I hope everybody appreciates Coach Gross enough, because I'm telling you what he was able to lead that team in there and do is remarkable. And I'm so proud that my son's getting to be a part of it.
Big week for the Smith family, because this guy started offensive lineman at Jacksonville State, so that was big just with that. Then his son being on the team, being there at the game, and then coming back this week with that win over Pleasant Valley.
2 hours sleep.
2 hours sleep and get that big win tonight, that first game and the first region win. Coach, congratulations on everything. Congratulations on the big win tonight. Thank you for joining us on the High School Football Alabama Scoreboard. Look for him at Burgess Snow Field tomorrow at the UNA game tomorrow night with Jacksonville State. Let's talk about our friends at Pee Wee Turner Motors. They're on South Quintard Avenue in Anniston. And I want to tell you, if you're looking for a new car, a used car right now, there is no better place to go than Pee Wee Turner Motors. They are lifelong supporters of East Alabama athletics, and they want you to check out their quality inventory of trucks, cars, SUVs at peeweeturnermotors.net. Guaranteed credit approval. They look forward to serving you and your family. Pee Wee Turner Motors, Quintard Avenue in Anniston. The High School Football Alabama Scoreboard, presented by the City of Oxford, rolls on a football Friday night.
When mealtime calls for the best farm-raised catfish, look no further than Top of the River. With 3 convenient locations, you're never far from the very best catfish East Alabama has to offer. The friendly folks at Top of the River are waiting to serve you the fish that owner Shannon Robertson says they've served exclusively for 25 years and to perfection.
Since '96, I've never served one other type of fish, ever, other than farm-raised catfish.
The Calhoun County Commission, made up of J.D. Hess, Tim Hodges, Fred Wilson, Carolyn Henderson, and Lee Patterson, ask you to take a look at what Calhoun County has to offer. Beautiful parks, neighborhoods, recreational facilities, historic sites, and museums. Our citizens enjoy a high quality of life and strongly support the arts. If you are considering expanding or starting a new business, take a look at what Calhoun County has to offer. You will be glad you did.
The X-Mark Radius. This is the mower that cut the lawn where you watched your family explore. The Radius will get you on and off the lawn quickly with the signature cut, comfort, and reliability more landscape pros trust. X-Mark, official mowers of the backyard line. Get into a Radius as low as $93 per month with approved credit. Check them out today at Triple T Turf, 204 Anniston Street in Weaver. Open 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday, 8 to noon Saturday. And Triple T Turf is also your still dealer for outdoor power equipment.
When you shop at Pee Wee Turner Motors, you will be a winner. As lifelong supporters of East Alabama athletics, we at Pee Wee Turner Motors would like to invite you to check out our quality inventory of trucks, cars, and SUVs at peeweeturnermotors.net. We always guarantee credit approval and look forward to serving you and your family at Pee Wee Turner Motors on Quintard Avenue, Anniston.
Cash back. Plain and simple. That's what you'll get on the Noble Bank Cash Back account. No tricks, no gimmicky names, just free accounts that pay you cash back. If unlimited transactions, fraud protection, and refunds on ATM withdrawal fees nationwide sounds like your kind of banking, visit us at noblebank.com and learn more about the Noble Cash Back account. Welcome to personal banking. Welcome to Noble Bank and Trust. noblebank.com. Member FDIC.
Hi, this is Jimmy Newman from Oxford Lumber. I've kicked off many times in my football days, and that's an exciting play. When you're ready to kick off your next building or remodeling project, let us make sure you start your project off right, with the right material at the right price so you can score big and get the job done. Stop by and see our local guys with over 60 years of experience serving you. Come by any one of our 4 locations in Oxford, Talladega, Jacksonville, Roanoke. And don't forget about our low price guarantee.
Back on the high school football Alabama scoreboard presented by the City of Oxford. John Holder sitting in with you on this football Friday night with our hardworking HSFA team. We're with you for almost another hour, all the way until 12 midnight tonight. Team of the week still to come. We've got our East Alabama top 10. Brian Mintz is going to join us live on the set from the Etowah County Fellowship of Christian Athletes. Talk a little football and FCA with him. And a whole lot more muscle team coming up, highlights, all of that still to come between now and midnight here on HSFA. And speaking of highlights, our crew tonight, Amato Ortiz and Don Wilson and myself, we were out at Robertson Field at White Plains tonight for a key game in Class 4A Region 4 between White Plains and Cherokee County. Cherokee County, our reigning City of Oxford Team of the Week, rolling into Robertson Field. And as you see, here come the White Plains Wildcats onto the field at Robertson Field. Cherokee County starting off with the football first, and see a nice run here for a first down by Cherokee County. And then we're going to see a middle screen right here. They're going to go to Michael Mitchell. Mitchell breaks a couple of tackles and then breaks from the pack, and then he's into the open field, and he's going and going and going past midfield. When it's all said and done, before White Plains can track him down, it's a 63-yard pass from the quarterback, Cade Hopper. Then we've got on the very next play, this is a 14-yard run by Alex Johnson on the speed sweep that takes it down to the 15-yard line. White Plains defense trying to do something with a big running back from center, Damian Ramsey. So center takes to the air. This is going to be Hopper again. A 16-yard touchdown pass into the end zone to Johnson. And basically, there's the touchdown right there. The extra point was good, and it was 7-0 Cherokee County in the first quarter. White Plains on the ensuing drive trying to get something going. Going to see a lot of Walker Osteen here. A tough 11-yard run for the first down from one of the best football players in East Alabama. Then again, here comes White Plains trying to find something in the heart of that center defense. Then we're going to go again to Walker Osteen, a cutback. This was a 4th down and 2 play. He gets 3 yards and the first down. Then we're going to see Devontae McCormick. McCormick taking it on a sweep to the other side of the field in the front of the White Plains bench for 11 yards. Then we're going to see the drive kind of stall. You see the head coach of the Cherokee County Warriors, Coach Jacob Kelly, looking on there as the drive stalled and his team gets the ball back. And here comes Cherokee County again with another drive, still leading 7-0 in this game. We moved on to the second quarter, And now we're going to see another handoff. This is Mitchell again, actually, with a 20-yard run. Brings it down into scoring range for the Cherokee County Warriors. Again, another run up the middle, testing that White Plains defense, does Cherokee County. And they get another first down just outside the 20-yard line. Couple of plays later, we're going to see another nice touchdown pass from Cade Hopper. This is going to be an 18-yard touchdown pass into the end zone to number 2, C.J. Gresham. An 18-yard touchdown pass. The PAT was no good in this situation. The lead was 13-0 for the Cherokee County Warriors. White Plains right before the half. 59 seconds to go till halftime, trying to get something going. They just could not get anything going all night long against that tough Cherokee County defense. Cherokee County shuts down this drive just before halftime. As we see, just more than about a minute to go until halftime. And the White Plains cheerleaders, unfortunately, didn't have much to cheer about tonight. Cherokee County goes on to win the game over White Plains. After leading 13-0 at halftime, they win the game 40-0. And, of course, Red Threads bringing you our highlights. Red Threads located on the square in Jacksonville, specializing in screen printing. They are the ones that produce our great-looking Aniston Orthopedic score shirts. They also have custom apparel. And if you're going to that Jack State UNA game tomorrow night at Jacksonville, go early. Stop by Red Threads on the square in Jacksonville. They are your source for JSU apparel. Don't miss Red Threads on the square in Jacksonville. All year long, we add new members to the Young Oil Grub Mart Muscle Team, and we're going to add some new members to the Muscle Team this week here on High School Football Alabama. We've got a number of players that we're going to add to the team, and we're going to add 2 more great players to the team this week. So let's meet the 2 newest members of the Muscle Team coming up. And we've got first Braylon Robertson of the Sachs High School Wildcats. Big number 50 there for Jonathan Miller. Big offensive lineman. Had a big game last week as Sachs scored 34 points in that win over Walter Welborn in 3A Region 5. I'm sure he had a big game tonight. He is a monster, about 5'10", 260 pounds on that Sachs offensive line. Braylon Robertson of Sachs, welcome to the Young Oil Grub Mart Muscle Team. And look at this guy. We talked about him a little bit last week. Cortavius Barber of the Winterboro Bulldogs had a huge game last week anchoring that defensive line for Winterboro. He's only 6'4", 340 pounds, and he's just a 10th grader. So when we say big number 70 for Winterboro, that nose guard, Cortavius Barber, we mean it. We are not exaggerating. So welcome Braylon Robertson of the Sachs Wildcats and Cortavius Barber of the Winterboro Bulldogs to the Young Oil Grub Mart Muscle Team. And speaking of the Young Oil Grub Mart, if you're heading out to that Jack State game tomorrow, in addition to going to Red Threads and picking up some JSU game day apparel, there's a Grub Mart right there on Highway 21, right there on Pelham Road in Jacksonville. And they've got everything you need for the game. They've got the popcorn bucket for $5.99, which gets you free refills all the way till the end of next August. They also have 99-cent ice. They have everything you need for the game. Grub Mart locations not only in Jacksonville, but throughout East Alabama, north to south from Cherokee County and Center, all the way down to Auburn and Opelika in Lee County, and all points in between. Young Oil Grub Mart, a proud supporter of high school athletics and the High School Football Alabama Scoreboard, presented by the City of Oxford. When we come back, we'll talk some Etowah County football and more. Brian Mintz from the Etowah County Fellowship of Christian Athletes joins us next on High School Football Alabama, presented by the City of Oxford.
Aniston Orthopedics continues to provide a legacy of outstanding sports injury care on and off the field, keeping our players in the game. Aniston Orthopedics offers our Saturday morning sports injury clinic from 8 to 10 a.m. throughout the high school football season. Aniston Orthopedics also offers full-service physical therapy and occupational therapy departments. To learn more, visit our website at www.anistonortho.com. Aniston Orthopedics, located in the Tyler Center adjacent to RMC.
I'm John Holder, host of the High School Football Alabama Scoreboard Show. Keller Williams real estate agent Amber Cotton sold my house, and I can tell you she's the best. But don't take just my word for it.
I'm Coach Michael Easley from Montford High School, and Amber Cotton sold my house.
I'm Coach Clint Smith from Jacksonville High School, and Amber Cotton sold my house.
This is Coach Jonathan Miller of the Sachs Wildcats, and Amber Cotton sold my house.
I'm Amber Cotton, and if you're in the market to sell a home in Calhoun County, I would love the privilege of meeting your real estate needs too.
Welcome to the award-winning Chocolaca Park in Oxford, Alabama. We believe Chocolaca Park is the place to be, and our fans agree, describing the park as breathtaking, professional, and fun for all. With plenty of parking, restrooms, concessions, and a top-notch staff, we are confident your experience will be second to none. Join us today at Chocolaca Park.
Your neighborhood Grub Mart is your one-stop shop for everything you need when you're on the go. Grub Mart features the best prices on Coke and Pepsi products and is the home to the 99-cent bag of ice every day. And Grub Mart is your exclusive home for the popcorn bucket. Purchase yours for only $5.99, then bring it for free refills throughout the year. And save every day with your Grub Mart Super Saver card. When you're on the go, it's good to know Grub Mart has everything you need. Gas, diesel, and delicious Oleo donuts. In business over 78 years, visit your local Grub Mart today.
In Alabama, school spirit is in the air on Friday nights. At Farmers and Merchants Bank, we're giving our customers the opportunity to show their school spirit every day with our new Spirit debit card. We've designed a unique card for every Calhoun County school that includes the school's logo. So every time you use the card, you're showing your school spirit. Come in and get your school spirit debit card today. We've got spirit at F&M Bank. Service, solutions, and strength. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
My dad taught me to fish right here years ago. But when an old sports injury started slowing him down, I knew we'd need to search for the latest procedures in knee and hip replacement. With physical therapy tailored to his needs, a dedicated team of doctors and nurses, and he'd want a fast recovery time. So where'd he find all that?
Right here at RMC.
WHMA FM, Thompson City, Anniston, Oxford, WKLS HD3, Southside, and W248CE, 97.5 FM, Gadsden.
Back on the high school football Alabama scoreboard, we'll take you back for one score to our Oxford Lumber and Ace Hardware scoreboard. Again, a lot of games tonight, especially down south and west of us, being affected by the weather. This was one of those, but it is now a final. Victory Christian has beaten Talladega County Central tonight over in the Eden area of Pell City. Victory wins it 49-0. Big game, big win for Victory there, and Coach Bruce Breland in Class 1A Region 5 action as Victory Christian goes to 2-3. Talladega County Central now falls to 0-3. Back on the set now, as promised. We've got Brian Mitz, another guy, a legendary head coach here in East Alabama through the years. Coached a lot of great football teams through the years at Ragland and Glencoe and Southside. And we'll talk with you a little bit later on about that Jack State win because you're a former Jack State player and quarterback, so we'll talk about that a little bit. But right now, your Fellowship of Christian Athletes Area Director for Etowah County. Coach, welcome in. Glad to have you with us.
Thank you.
We'll begin tonight by talking about you saw two games tonight. You're acting like me, going out and trying to hit double headers every week. First, you began at Barney Hood Stadium at Southside. Huge game. I think it might wind up being the region title game in 6A Region 7 between Arab and Southside tonight. Arab comes in. A really impressive win by Coach Lee Osment and his team, 24-7. What did you see out there tonight?
They were very solid, and their quarterback, and I think if I remember correctly, his name's Ed Johnson. He ran the football well, and he made some very key throws when he needed to. Southside played man defense, and I don't know, second, third play of the ball game, they threw an out route, and he broke the tackle there and went the distance for the score, and that was 7-0. And then a little bit later, they blocked a punt, and anyway, I think the first half ended at 17-0, if I'm not mistaken, or 10. It might have been 10, and then they scored right at the beginning of the third quarter. So they looked good, and then Southside couldn't get a lot of offense, but they played decently on defense, I think, and but it was a good game, and good crowd, great atmosphere.
I figured it would be a great atmosphere. Southside, to be quite honest, is one of my favorite places to go on Friday nights because the atmosphere is just so good. The student section, the band is into it, always a packed house, standing room only. And I know they're loving it in Arab right now. Talk about the two coaches, Lee Osment, as folks around here know from his days at Glencoe and assistant at Oxford, has done a great job at Arab, now has them in the driver's seat for a region title. We'll talk about that in our region rundown. But Miles Holcomb, first-year head coach at Southside, has really got things rolling out there as well. Both of these guys doing a great job.
Yeah, Coach Holcomb has done extremely well, and the kids seem to really respond to him, and it's been a good year for him.
And then you went down Green Valley Road. I've made this drive before, going between Southside and Glencoe to football games. 77 years in a row, Hoax Bluff and Glencoe have played each other. You went back to another place where you've walked the sidelines many, many times at Glencoe to watch Glencoe and Hoax Bluff, big rival game. But Hoax Bluff had their way with Glencoe, and a much-needed win for Hoax Bluff, and Hoax Bluff very much alive for a playoff berth.
Quite possibly. Glencoe struggling a little bit right now, but just to speak to that rivalry a little bit, of all the games that I ever coached, I think that was the one from the Glencoe perspective that made me the most nervous. It really did. And
well, people don't care about the other games, but if you can beat Hoax Bluff in the same way with Coach Rob, I'm sure he'd say, if you beat Glencoe, that's half your deal right there, right?
Right. And after the game, I saw Coach Rob's wife, and she said, I'm glad that one's over with. He's always so nervous. And I told her, I said, I was always the same way in that game. And I was usually very conservative in that game, nearly to a fault, because I didn't want it to be that Coach Mintz lost the game with doing something silly or whatever. But that's a classic great rivalry. And of course, Glencoe and Southside are not playing now, but traditionally, the three schools there, those have been great games through the years. And growing up, and of course, I was in the Southside community, and then I coached at Glencoe and Southside. But man, those are great games, and the kids really enjoy that, and the communities enjoy them. They've been great games through the years.
Coach, is this 3 years now? With Fellowship of Christian Athletes? Is that
I'm
right?
starting my third.
Third year.
Yeah, I'm starting my third, you're right.
Fellowship of Christian Athletes, and you focus, we've talked about this before, you're focusing on Etowah County, and Etowah County has their own FCA guys. So you're in all the schools in Etowah County, from Walnut Grove to Gaston, from Hoax Bluff over to Etowah, and all the schools involved. You're involved there. Tell us about the ministry of FCA in Etowah County.
Oh, it's been great, and it's I get a lot of times people ask me and say, "Hey, do you miss coaching?" And the answer to that's not really. Maybe if I were doing something else, I would. But I have that relationship. I'm still able to have that relationship with the coaches and the players, and man, it's a great, a lot of enjoyment for me to just be able to be with those guys and be able to share a little bit of the gospel of Jesus Christ with them, and kind of give them a perspective, an eternal perspective, rather than just a Friday night perspective. And but yeah, we go to all the schools and that we can and stuff. And my goal is to try to at least be in each school every 2 weeks. So. And it sounds easy, but sometimes that gets pretty tough,
Well, when you count the high schools and the middle schools, people forget about that. That's actually a lot of schools to cover.
Yeah, it's 18 schools. 18 schools. But we try to do that, and then we've got the golf tournament coming up here next month, October the 11th, which is Columbus Day, and that's a great opportunity. Last year, through the COVID time, it got canceled twice, and we ended up putting it on October Columbus Day last year. And hey, we had the best turnout that we've ever had. And so we're looking forward to having that again. We've got some leadership training. I'm real big on having our students be leaders in our FCA huddles. And we've got some leadership training coming up next week.
And the golf tournament's big, because we will make this point to all the folks out there that are watching us and listening to us in Etowah County. This is a nonprofit organization, FCA. Right. It's a 501c3. So really totally dependent upon you folks out there that giving donations and playing in the golf tournament. So how do folks, if they want to support FCA, your golf tournament is one of your major fundraisers for the year. So golfers out there that want to support FCA, how can they get involved with this?
Well, we have, you can find us on Facebook, Fellowship of Christian Athletes, Etowah County, and we have some posts on there that can tell you, has all the information, right there. You can find that in front of you. And hey, you can call me if you want to, send a smoke signal. My phone number is 256-490-0831. And but we would love to have you. It's $100 a person, and we like to try to get people to come in as teams, and that's $400. And then if they want to be whole sponsors, that's $100. So and like you said, that's really the only fundraiser we have. Now the rest of it is through donor support. And we've been very fortunate to have a lot of people that support our efforts, our ministry efforts in Etowah County.
It's really amazing the job that you've done and what's going on. You got a great board over there in Etowah County. Well, what's happened with FCA now going into your third year, third school year with the Fellowship of Christian Athletes in Etowah County. Before we get you out of here, like Jeff Smith, you're a former Jack State Gamecock. You're a quarterback for the Gamecocks back in the day. So I know those juices will be flowing tomorrow night when UNA comes to town. But what did you think about the Hail Mary pass at Florida State?
Oh, I was really excited. One of my former players, P.J. Wells, is one of the receivers. He's the leading receiver on the team right now, and played for me at Westbrook. And then Jackson Luttrell is playing on the defensive line. He played for me. So I was so excited for those guys, and I texted them after the game and just told them how proud I was. But I'm proud of them for a lot more reasons than just football, know. And but hey, that's always exciting, and they gave the stat there that FBS schools are 661-2 against FCS, and both of those wins from the FCS are Jacksonville State, and that's a pretty awesome stat, And but I'm gonna correct you though. I practiced quarterback a lot. I didn't play a whole lot, but I practiced a lot.
Don't let him play. I think I was there at an Alabama A&M game, something like that, where you were the starting quarterback, I believe.
Oh yeah. Well, that was the game I got hurt too. So that was.
So it hadn't been for that, who knows what might have happened.
And I was telling one of the kids that got hurt last week at Southside. I was asking him, just checking on him and stuff, and I think that, that injury kind of gave me some light of, talking to kids about being injured. And our lives are kind of like that sometimes. You just don't know when that last play is. So,
Coach, thank you for joining us. Our Noble Bank and Trust post-game presser. Brian Mintz is the area director, executive director for the Fellowship of Christian Athletes in Etowah County. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for what you're doing for our young people here in East Alabama. And we'll have a go Gamecocks for tomorrow night.
All right. Thank you, John.
Brian Mintz with us. Brian's going to exit stage right here, and we're going to talk about Oxford Lumber and Ace Hardware. Let me tell you, tomorrow is a huge day for college football. We've been talking about the game between UNA and Jack State, Alabama and Florida on television, Auburn and Penn State on television. And you can go down to any of the Oxford Lumber and Ace Hardware stores, Oxford, Jacksonville, Roanoke, Talladega. They're your grilling headquarters. And they have Traeger, Big Green Egg, Blackstone, Weber. And here's the deal. You can go down there tomorrow, buy your grill. They'll put it together, and they'll bring it and deliver it to your house. Oxford Lumber and Ace Hardware, your grilling headquarters for this 2021 football season. When we come back, rolling toward 12 midnight. Still got a lot to do here on the High School Football Alabama Scoreboard, presented by the City of Oxford.
Hi, this is Jimmy Newman from Oxford Lumber. I've kicked off many times in my football days, and that's an exciting play. When you're ready to kick off your next building or remodeling project, let us make sure you start your project off right, with the right material at the right price so you can score big and get the job done. Stop by and see our local guys with over 60 years of experience serving you. Come by any one of our 4 locations in Oxford, Talladega, Jacksonville, or Roanoke. And don't forget about our low price guarantee.
When it comes to great tasting barbecue, nobody does it better than Dad's Barbecue. Dad's Barbecue is slow cooked to perfection, and Dad's menu now includes burgers, shakes, and delicious cheddar muffins. Large groups are always welcome, and Dad's does catering too. And Dad's offers fast, friendly service, and they're kid-friendly. Dine in or drive-through. Dad's Barbecue, family owned since 1985, with 2 locations in Anniston to serve you.
When you shop at Pee Wee Turner Motors, you will be a winner. As lifelong supporters of East Alabama athletics, we at Pee Wee Turner Motors would like to invite you to check out our quality inventory of trucks, cars, and SUVs at peeweeturnermotors.net. We always guarantee credit approval and look forward to serving you and your family at Pee Wee Turner Motors on Quintard Avenue, Anniston.
Cash back. Plain and simple. That's what you'll get on the Noble Bank Cash Back account. No tricks, no gimmicky names, just free accounts that pay you cash back. If unlimited transactions, fraud protection, and refunds on ATM withdrawal fees nationwide sounds like your kind of banking, visit us at noblebank.com and learn more about the Noble Cashback account. Welcome to personal banking. Welcome to Noble Bank and Trust. noblebank.com, member FDIC.
So the Gospel of John is the only New Testament book that is specifically written to unbelievers. In chapter 20, we discover the reason John wrote this gospel, because chapter 20 tells the beautiful story of the resurrection of Christ. The last verse goes like this: "These things are written that you might believe that Jesus is the Christ, the Son of God, and that by believing you might have life through his name." Do you have life in Christ? You see, it comes by faith in the person and work of Jesus Christ, the Son of God. And it is by faith in him that we have life in his name. The most important decision you and I could ever make is to trust Jesus Christ to be our Lord and Savior. You see, it's not a question of if, but it's a question of when. Because the Bible says every knee shall bow and every tongue shall confess that Jesus Christ is Lord. I urge you to do that on this side of eternity. Take God at his word, believe, trust Christ, and then watch his purpose begin to unfold in you.
Back on the high school football Alabama scoreboard presented by the City of Oxford, time to tell you about our Farmers and Merchants Bank Player of the Week from last week, Zeke Curvin of the Pleasant Valley Raiders. Pleasant Valley beating Weaver 42-14 to pick up their first win of the year. And Zeke Curvin, he only rushed for 240 yards and 3 touchdowns in that big win out at Raider Field at Pleasant Valley last week. Congratulations to Mr. Zeke Curvin of Pleasant Valley, our Farmers and Merchants Bank Player of the Week. And if these Players of the Week, even the Player of the Week sometimes has bumps and bruises. So if you need those repaired, if you have had a tough night of high school football, Saturday morning, Anniston Orthopedics is the place to be. Anniston Orthopedics has a free clinic, a Saturday morning sports injury clinic, 8 a.m. each Saturday morning during the football season, completely free to any athlete. Insurance accepted, but is not required. 3rd floor of the Tyler Center in Midtown Anniston, just down the street from us here at the Media Center. Anniston Orthopedics, 236-4121, dedicated to what moves you. Anniston Orthopedics. Be there at 8 o'clock tomorrow for their free sports injury clinic on Saturday morning. We're going to come back on the high school football Alabama scoreboard. Region rundown, team of the week, scores, and our East Alabama top 10. All of that between now and midnight.
When mealtime calls for the best farm-raised catfish, look no further than Top of the River. With 3 convenient locations, you're never far from the very best catfish East Alabama has to offer. The friendly folks at Top of the River are waiting to serve you the fish that owner Shannon Robertson says they've served exclusively for 25 years and to perfection.
Since '96, I've never served one other type of fish, ever, other than farm-raised catfish.
The Calhoun County Commission, made up of J.D. Hess, Tim Hodges, Fred Wilson, Carolyn Henderson, and Lee Patterson, ask you to take a look at what Calhoun County has to offer. Beautiful parks, neighborhoods, recreational facilities, historic sites, and museums. Our citizens enjoy a high quality of life and strongly support the arts. If you are considering expanding or starting a new business, take a look at what Calhoun County has to offer. You will be glad you did.
The X-Mark Radius. This is the mower that cut the lawn where you watched your family explore. The Radius will get you on and off the lawn quickly with the signature cut, comfort, and reliability more landscape pros trust. X-Mark, official mowers of the backyard line. Get into a Radius as low as $93 per month with approved credit. Check them out today at Triple T Turf, 204 Anniston Street in Weaver. Open 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday, 8 to noon Saturday. And Triple T Turf is also your still dealer for outdoor power equipment.
When you shop at Pee Wee Turner Motors, you will be a winner. As lifelong supporters of East Alabama athletics, we at Pee Wee Turner Motors would like to invite you to check out our quality inventory of trucks, cars, and SUVs at peeweeturnermotors.net. We always guarantee credit approval and look forward to serving you and your family at Pee Wee Turner Motors on Quintard Avenue, Anniston.
Cash back. Plain and simple. That's what you'll get on the Noble Bank Cash Back account. No tricks, no gimmicky names, just free accounts that pay you cash back. If unlimited transactions, fraud protection, and refunds on ATM withdrawal fees nationwide sounds like your kind of banking, visit us at noblebank.com and learn more about the Noble Cashback account. Welcome to personal banking. Welcome to Noble Bank and Trust. noblebank.com. Member FDIC.
Hi, this is Jimmy Newman from Oxford Lumber. I've kicked off many times in my football days, and that's an exciting play. When you're ready to kick off your next building or remodeling project, let us make sure you start your project off right, with the right material at the right price so you can score big and get the job done. Stop by and see our local guys with over 60 years of experience serving you. Come by any one of our 4 locations in Oxford, Talladega, Jacksonville, Roanoke, and don't forget about our low price guarantee.
Back on the high school football Alabama scoreboard presented by the City of Oxford live tonight from our High School Football Alabama RMC Media Center. John Holder with you. Time for Region Rundown presented by Dad's Barbecue and Top of the River. So let's begin as we always do down in Class 1A. We're getting into the heat of the region races now. Class 1A Region 5. Wadley sits at the top of the region after that win tonight at Winterboro. Victory Christian with that big win over TCC. And that's right now, it's Wadley's to lose. Wadley 3-0, 5-0 overall in region play. Right now, Donahoe and TCC at the bottom looking up. Still a lot of football to be played. Woodland, Ragland, Winterboro, Victory Christian all still alive for playoff berths there in 1A Region 5. Jumping up to Class 1A Region 7, Cedar Bluff, they are still 2-0 in region play, so they control their own destiny. Really the only ones that do left in Class 1A Region 7. Had a wild night tonight of games. Coosa Christian won a wild game tonight. Valley Head winning a wild game tonight as well over Galesville. So this region is all kind of crazy right now, but Cedar Bluff right now is at the top. Right behind them, Coosa Christian, Galesville, and Valley Head. And all of those, most of those teams are still going to play each other, so a lot still to be decided in 1A Region 7. 2A Region 4 now. We go down to the south, of course, Lynette, number 2 team in the state. In Class 2A, the Lynette Panthers are 3-0, 4-1 overall. Their only loss coming to Class 6A Valley. That's correct. B.B. Comer had that big win tonight over Ranburne. That's the team to watch in that region. Again, Randolph County, the surprise, because they are sitting there at 0-3. We move to Class 2A Region 6 up in the north. Cleveland and Southeastern, the 2 Blount County teams, or 2 of the Blount County teams that are in this region with surprises tonight. Southeastern coming from behind to knock off Sandrock, who was number 7. Cleveland coming and beating Spring Garden, who was ranked number 3. So the 2 Blount County teams knock off the 2 state-ranked teams in this region, and they are sitting on top of the region rankings with Sandrock and Spring Garden next with those losses tonight. Now, we go to 3A Region 5, and again, number 2 in the state in Class 3A, the Piedmont Bulldogs, sitting alone now. They have separated themselves at 3-0, 4-0 overall. They have controlled their own destiny. Hoax Bluff, Ohatchee, Sachs. Sachs got a big win over Ohatchee. They seem to be in great shape now to possibly be in that runner-up spot. The game between Sachs and Hoax Bluff will be a big one, but there we go, folks. Again, a double tough region with a lot of good teams there in Class 3A Region 5. We'll have 4A, 5A, 6A, and 7A coming up next in a few moments. But first, let's tell you about Dad's Barbecue. We've been talking about all this college football going on tomorrow. We've been talking about all the places you can go, like Red Threads and Oxford Lumber and Ace Hardware for the grills. And we've been talking about Young Oil Grub Marts. How about the folks at Dad's Barbecue? Dad's Barbecue, 2 locations to serve you in Anniston, South Noble, and their newly built building on McClellan Boulevard. Tomorrow, whether you're going to a game, watching on television, Hickory Smoked Meats, homemade sides, a full-service drive-through. You can dine in as well. They'll have some televisions going, watching the games, catering, large carry-out options. They can feed your tailgate crew of any size. That is Dad's Barbecue, 2 locations to serve you, north and south in Anniston, Noble Street, and McClellan Boulevard. When we come back, classes 4A, 5A, 6A, and 7A, as we continue with Region Rundown, presented by Dad's Barbecue and Top of the River.
When you shop at Pee Wee Turner Motors, you will be a winner. As lifelong supporters of East Alabama athletics, we at Pee Wee Turner Motors would like to invite you to check out our quality inventory of trucks, cars, and SUVs at peeweeturnermotors.net. We always guarantee credit approval and look forward to serving you and your family at Pee Wee Turner Motors on Quintard Avenue, Anniston.
Cash back. Plain and simple. That's what you'll get on the Noble Bank Cash Back account. No tricks, no gimmicky names, just free accounts that pay you cash back. If unlimited transactions, fraud protection, and refunds on ATM withdrawal fees nationwide sounds like your kind of banking, visit us at noblebank.com and learn more about the Noble Cash Back account. Welcome to personal banking. Welcome to Noble Bank and Trust. Noblebank.com. Member FDIC.
Hi, this is Jimmy Newman from Oxford Lumber. I've kicked off many times in my football days, and that's an exciting play. When you're ready to kick off your next building or remodeling project, let us make sure you start your project off right, with the right material at the right price so you can score big and get the job done. Stop by and see our local guys with over 60 years of experience serving you. Come by any one of our 4 locations in Oxford, Talladega, Jacksonville, Roanoke, and don't forget about our low price guarantee.
When it comes to great tasting barbecue, nobody does it better than Dad's Barbecue. Dad's Barbecue is slow cooked to perfection, and Dad's menu now includes burgers, shakes, and delicious cheddar muffins. Large groups are always welcome, and Dad's does catering too. And Dad's offers fast, friendly service, and they're kid friendly. Dine in or drive through. Dad's Barbecue, family owned since 1985, with 2 locations in Anniston to serve you.
The Calhoun County Commission, made up of J.D. Hess, Tim Hodges, Fred Wilson, Carolyn Henderson, and Lee Patterson, ask you to take a look at what Calhoun County has to offer. Beautiful parks, neighborhoods, recreational facilities, historic sites, and museums. Our citizens enjoy a high quality of life and strongly support the arts. If you are considering expanding or starting a new business, take a look at what Calhoun County has to offer. You will be glad you did.
The Exmark Quest. This is the mower that cuts the lawn that became the place your kids grew up. The Exmark Quest. The cut, quality, and performance more landscape pros trust at a price you can afford. Exmark. Official mowers of the backyard life. Get into a Quest as low as $62 per month with approved credit. Come check them out today at Triple T Turf, 204 Anniston Street in Weaver. Open 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday, 8 to noon Saturday. And Triple T Turf is also your still dealer for outdoor power
High School
equipment.
FootballAlabama.com. The Big 95 WHMA and 97.5 FM are proud to be the home of the High School Football Alabama Scoreboard with John Holder, presented by the City of Oxford.
The High School Football Alabama Scoreboard is also brought to you by Young Oil Company Grub Marts, Farmers and Merchants Bank, Regional Medical Center, Anniston Orthopedics Associates, Keller Williams Real Estate Agent Amber Cotton, Pee Wee Turner Motors, Noble Bank and Trust, Oxford Lumber Company, Dad's Barbecue and Top of the River, the Calhoun County Commission, and Triple T Turf.
The High School Football Alabama Scoreboard with John Holder, presented by the City of Oxford on 97.5 FM, the Big 95 WHMA, and highschoolfootballalabama.com.
Back on the High School Football Alabama Scoreboard presented by the City of Oxford. Two more finals that we've been looking for all night long, affected by weather, and they're finally in their final. Dadeville tonight comes into John Cox Stadium in Childersburg. They beat the Tigers tonight 33-6 in Class 3A action. And then up a little further north, in Odenville tonight at St. Clair County, the Lincoln Golden Bears pick up win number 2 in Class 5A Region 6 as they shut out St. Clair County tonight by a score of 14-0. And we continue now with our Dad's Barbecue and Top of the River Region Rundown. We'll pick up with Classes 4A, 5A, 6A, and 7A. We will begin with Class 4A Region 4. Man, I tell you, top to bottom, this is probably the toughest region in Class 4A in the state, and you can see that by the records there. Cherokee County and Handley now, the only two left unbeaten in region play. Cleburne County with a loss, Jacksonville with a loss, even though they won tonight. But look at those records there overall. Shows you the strength of this region. Center at 3-1, Handley undefeated, Cleburne County at 4-1, Jacksonville 3-2, Anniston 3-1. So a lot of good football teams and a lot of big games, as we talked with Coach Short about earlier, still to be played in Class 4A Region 4. Class 4A Region 6 now to the north, Etowah and Good Hope. That seems to be the top two right now. Good Hope had another big win tonight. Etowah won the Farmer Bowl. They're the two teams left undefeated. Aniana right behind them. Aniana's already lost to Etowah, so we got an Aniana-Good Hope game coming up that will be very, very big. Of course, next week is non-region play, so everybody steps out in non-region, but back when we get to region play, that will be a big game. Class 5A now, Region 4, Central of Clay County and Holtville. Holtville kind of the surprise team last year and surprising now. They're 4-1, 3-0 overall. Central of Clay County and Holtville in control in 5A Region 4. Right behind them, Sylacauga, who had an open date tonight. Then Tallahassee, Beauregard, Talladega, and Elmore County, with Talladega and Elmore County about to be out of contention with another loss there in region play. Class 5A Region 6, Alexandria and Leeds. Looks like these two are on a collision course. Late in the season, they'll play at Lusco Stadium at Alexandria. Both teams state ranked in the top 10 in the state of Alabama, and it looks like they'll stay that way. Center Point and Corner kind of waiting in the wings if one of those two should falter down the line. By the way, Alexandria and Leeds also not only undefeated in region play, but undefeated overall as well. Class 6A Region 7, Arab taking control of this region. Lee Osmond and the Knights with that win over Southside tonight. They are now undefeated. They control their own destiny the rest of the way. They got Oxford coming up in a couple of weeks. Southside still around. Fort Payne and Springville, Pell City and Scottsboro 0-2 and 0-3 respectively. And finally, Class 7A Region 3, Hoover and Thompson. We talk about on collision course. If there's any team in the state right now that can hope to hang with Thompson, it would be Hoover. Hewitt, Trussville, and Oak Mountain suffering their first losses tonight. Big win for Gadsden City as far as playoffs go. When we come back, we'll have more of the High School Football Alabama Scoreboard, including our East Alabama Top 10 when we return.
I'm John Holder, host of the High School Football Alabama Scoreboard Show. Keller Williams real estate agent Amber Cotton sold my house, and I can tell you she's the best. But don't take just my word for it.
I'm Coach Michael Easley from Montford High School, and Amber Cotton sold my house.
I'm Coach Clint Smith from Jacksonville High School, and Amber Cotton sold my house.
This is Coach Jonathan Miller of the Sachs Wildcats, and Amber Cotton sold my house.
I'm Amber Cotton, and if you're in the market to sell a home in Calhoun County, I would love the privilege of meeting your real estate needs too.
Welcome to the award-winning Chocolaca Park in Oxford, Alabama. We believe Chocolaca Park is the place to be, and our fans agree, describing the park as breathtaking, professional, and fun for all. With plenty of parking, restrooms, concessions, and a top-notch staff, we are confident your experience will be second to none. Join us today at Chocolaca Park.
Your neighborhood Grub Mart is your one-stop shop for everything you need when you're on the go. Grub Mart features the best prices on Coke and Pepsi products and is the home to the 99-cent bag of ice every day. And Grub Mart is your exclusive home for the popcorn bucket. Purchase yours for only $5.99, then bring it for free refills throughout the year. And save every day with your Grub Mart Super Saver card. When you're on the go, it's good to know Grub Mart has everything you need. Gas, diesel, and delicious Oleo donuts. In business over 78 years, visit your local Grub Mart today.
In Alabama, school spirit is in the air on Friday nights. At Farmers and Merchants Bank, we're giving our customers the opportunity to show their school spirit every day with our new Spirit debit card. We've designed a unique card for every Calhoun County school that includes the school's logo. So every time you use the card, you're showing your school spirit. Come in and get your school spirit debit card today. We've got spirit at F&M Bank. Service, solutions, and strength. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
I can't imagine life without Gwen, but we came dangerously close.
I was having chest pains.
Luckily, there was a hospital nearby that quickly discovered one of her arteries was 100% blocked. A hospital with life-saving technology and the latest in cardiac treatment, with an experienced team of doctors and nurses focused on fixing Gwen's heart. What hospital had all of that?
It was all right here at RMC.
Aniston Orthopedics continues to provide a legacy of outstanding sports injury care on and off the field, keeping our players in the game. Aniston Orthopedics offers our Saturday morning sports injury clinic from 8 to 10 a.m. throughout the high school football season. Aniston Orthopedics also offers full-service physical therapy and occupational therapy departments. To learn more, visit our website at www.anistonortho.com. Aniston Orthopedics, located in the Tyler Center adjacent to RMC.
Closing in on the midnight hour here at the High School Football Alabama Scoreboard, presented by the City of Oxford. Team of the Week still on the way. But right now, a big shakeup in our awards to remember East Alabama Top 10. Sandrock lost tonight. Spring Garden also lost tonight. Cleburne County lost tonight as well. So some big shakeups. So let's go run it down for you. A new member of the East Alabama Top 10, a team I think is going to probably be there for a while. At number 10, the B.B. Comer Tigers of Sylacauga with that huge win over Ranburne tonight. We dropped Spring Garden all the way down to number 9 after their loss at Cleveland this evening. Cleburne County also dropping a couple of spots, not too far, because they lost on the road to defending state champion and number 1 ranked Handley. So Cleburne County at 4-1 stays in the top 10 at number 8. Number 7, Sachs, as they win tonight on the Creek Bank at Ohatchee. Number 6, Wadley. Huge win at Winterboro tonight as they climb up to number 6. Etowah continues to roll as they win the Farmer Bowl at Asheville tonight. They are at number 5. Number 4, the Alexandria Valley Cubs, as Alexandria moving up this week with Spring Garden's loss into number 4 after they had that big win at Corner. Number 3, Central of Clay County. A huge matchup next week. Clay Central at Pleasant Grove, number 2 versus number 3 in 5A. Piedmont at number 2 hosting Jacksonville next week. And the number 1 team after that win over Cleburne County tonight to remain undefeated at 3-0, the Handley High School Tigers of Roanoke. Coming up in about 10 minutes, we're going to open up Facebook. We're going to make the post. It will be there on Facebook at High School Football Alabama for our Farmers and Merchants Bank Spirit Scholarship Fan Favorite Contest. We are now at 60 athletes. We're going to narrow that to 30. We're taking a couple of schools each week. The final 2 athletes, male and female, from Calhoun County schools and Spring Garden will win a $1,500 scholarship apiece. And here are the folks that are going to be in contention this week, the nominees, if you will. From Jacksonville High School, Allie Harris. Also from Jacksonville High School, the other female is Amari Curry. And then we have 2 male nominees from Jacksonville High School, Quintavious Q. Long, and also from Jacksonville High School, we have Hayden Robinson. Faith Christian is also up for voting this week. The 2 female contestants from Faith Christian are Megan Ford, and also from Faith Christian, Anna Stroutman. And the 2 male athletes from Faith Christian School are Colton Palman and also Brody Dodson. Here's the way you do. You go beginning at midnight tonight through 12 noon next Friday, September 24th. Go to High School Football Alabama's Facebook page and just like on the ones you want to vote for from Jacksonville High School and from Faith Christian School. When we come back, we will close out the high school football Alabama scoreboard and we'll name our team of the week.
Cash back. Plain and simple. That's what you'll get on the Noble Bank Cash Back account. No tricks, no gimmicky names, just free accounts that pay you cash back. If unlimited transactions, fraud protection, and refunds on ATM withdrawal fees nationwide sounds like your kind of banking, visit us at noblebank.com and learn more about the Noble Cash Back account. Welcome to personal banking. Welcome to Noble Bank and Trust. Noblebank.com. Member FDIC.
Hi, this is Jimmy Newman from Oxford Lumber. I've kicked off many times in my football days, and that's an exciting play. When you're ready to kick off your next building or remodeling project, let us make sure you start your project off right, with the right material at the right price so you can score big and get the job done. Stop by and see our local guys with over 60 years of experience serving you. Come by any one of our 4 locations in Oxford, Talladega, Jacksonville, Roanoke, and don't forget about our low price guarantee.
When mealtime calls for the best farm-raised catfish, look no further than Top of the River. With 3 convenient locations, you're never far from the very best catfish East Alabama has to offer. The friendly folks at Top of the River are waiting to serve you the fish that owner Shannon Robertson says they've served exclusively for 25 years and to perfection.
Since '96, I've never served one other type of fish, ever, other than farm-raised catfish.
When you shop at Pee Wee Turner Motors, you will be a winner. As lifelong supporters of East Alabama athletics, we at Pee Wee Turner Motors would like to invite you to check out our quality inventory of trucks, cars, and SUVs at peeweeturnermotors.net. We always guarantee credit approval and look forward to serving you and your family at Pee Wee Turner Motors on Quintard Avenue, Anniston.
And it is Team of the Week time. Our City of Oxford Team of the Week from last week, the Cherokee County Warriors. You can see us there in center yesterday after practice, presenting Coach Jacob Kelly and the Warriors with our Anniston Orthopedic Score shirts. You see Coach Kelly holding our Awards to Remember Tough Guy Team of the Week trophy. And, of course, we had our City of Oxford Choccolocco Park towels, as well as Damian Ramsey, our Player of the Week from a couple of weeks ago, holding the T-shirts and the trophy. So here's what we're talking about. The Choccolocco Park hand towels. Every player, our Team of the Week, gets one of those. You'll see those, I think, at a lot of football games, especially those wet weather games as the season moves along. Also, they get our Anniston Orthopedics Team of the Week T-shirt. And this is what it looks like. But there's the big part is what I love to do is I love to show the players the back, because the back has the score. This is from our very first week where Cleburne County beat Ohatchee, but we have the score and we have the date of the game on there as well. So every member of the team gets a T-shirt for that as well. So they get the 3 T's, as we call them, the T-shirts and the towels and the trophy. And there is the trophy we're talking about. That's our Tough Guy trophy from Awards to Remember. Players love that as well. Our City of Oxford High School Football Alabama Team of the Week trophy, the Tough Guy trophy. Every team will get one of those to put in their trophy case. And also, you're going to see the trophies, you're going to see the T-shirts and the towels and all of that as well. So a lot of goodies that we bring to Team of the Week. So we've had Cleburne County, we've had Alexandria, we've had Weaver, we've had Cherokee County. We're into the 5th week of the season. Who will be the Week 5 City of Oxford Team of the Week? It is going to be the team that won this football game right here, the Gadsden City Titans. The Titans tonight were down 17-0 at the hands of Spain Park on the road at Spain Park. The Titans of Coach Ollie Smith needing desperately a win in region play in Class 7A Region 3. And they got that win tonight as Gadsden City won over Spain Park 29-26. Gadsden City at 3-2 picked up a monster region win tonight. Congratulations on the win to Coach Ollie Smith of the Gadsden City Titans, and also to winning the Team of the Week. And I'll tell you what else we're going to do here as we kind of close out things. We're going to kind of do this on the fly. Folks, if we can go one more time before we leave, very quickly run through all the final scores. And if we can do that one more time, then we'll take you out of here and get you home on this football Friday night as we give you all the final scores of everybody in East Alabama. Piedmont beat Weaver tonight 70-13. Cherokee County over White Plains 40-0. It was Woodland over Donahoe 50-27. Oxford a win over Pell City 35-10. Welborn beats Pleasant Valley 57-14. Sachs a winner over Ohatchee 16-7. Alexandria beat Corner 51-15. Jacksonville beats Munford 35-12. Tuscaloosa Christian wins at JCA 48-20. Hanley shuts down Cleveland County 26-7. B.B. Comer a winner over Ranburne 55-28. Horseshoe Bend beats Randolph County 38-8. Wadley 3 touchdowns better than Winterboro 43-22. Central of Clay County shutting out Beauregard 35-0. Vincent beats Fayetteville 48-21. Dadeville a winner over Childersburg 33-6. Victory Christian shutting out TCC 49-0. Holtville gets a win over Talladega 31-22. St. Clair County loses to Lincoln 14-0. Centerpoint over Moody 40-11. Springville in the last play of the game beat Scottsboro 24-21. Etowah shutting down Asheville 28-0. Southeastern beats Sandrock 32-28. Valley Head outscores Galesville 64-42. Tryon, Georgia over Cedar Bluff 49-0. Cleveland beats Spring Garden 20-13. West End blasting Gaston 53-8. Hoax Bluff shutting out Glencoe 48-0. Arab a big winner over Southside 24-7. Westbrook Christian wins at Locust Fort 41-13. Coosa Christian 42-32 winners over Appalachia. Gadsden City, as we showed you, coming from 17 down to beat Spain Park 29-26. Boaz showing out Sardis 28-0. Maplesville beats Lochapoka. These are all top 10 games around the state 49-0. Arrowton over GW Long 27-21. In 4A, American Christian beats Bibb County 34-12. And 3 top 10 matchups in 7A this week. Number 1 Thompson beats number 4 Hewitt Trussville 42-9. Hoover, number 2, beats number 9 Oak Mountain 28-21. And the final top 10 matchup, number 5 Central Phoenix City wins at number 8 Enterprise 36-27. That's going to wrap up this week's edition of the High School Football Alabama Scoreboard presented by the City of Oxford. For all of our hardworking HSFA team, have a blessed weekend. We'll see you back here next Friday night on YouTube, Facebook, and the Big 95.
High School Football Alabama Scoreboard is a production of Fairfax Garden Media.